Mode 9 is one of the all-time great hip hop artists that I can go and listen to his music, and it doesn't sound like he created music for a particular time, so it doesn't sound dated. You know, the music I listen to, like this album Popcorn was dropped in 2022. I mean, that's like most recent, but
I
if
can
I
hear
didn't
you
tell
over here.
anyone and I asked, I could tell the person that the album dropped in this song dropped in
Yes, please. Very, very
2015,
loud.
and like the person might just, if the person isn't like an ardent Moon 9 fan, he probably won't even know when the record was dropped. Did you guys pick the line he said on the track? He said, "No scamming. There's only room for 1 9." That's a bar.
Yeah, we
That's
get
a
it. We
bar.
get it. We get it.
He did
We did try.
try. Don't do that. Don't
We
do
used to
that. I
listen
know
to
you
hip hop
don't
before.
like real hip hop is dead to you, right?
I never said
It's
that.
fine, and that's
I never
okay.
said that. I
No,
never said
no,
that.
no, no. I can pull up another tweet. You double down on your stance. I can pull
When?
up another tweet you put out.
When?
Oh, you
When
put out
again?
another tweet this week. You can't remember the tweet you're putting out.
Which
Let
tweet
me
again
go
did
to
I
your
put out
Twitter.
to all you hip hop watchers?
AOT2.
Which tweet
No,
again?
you put out another tweet. Now you're on the hip hop
Mm-hmm.
radar. You're on the hip hop
Mm-hmm.
radar. You're on the hip hop radar. Where is it? Let me look for that tweet. Let me listen. I'm looking for that tweet. I will find that tweet now. Yes, at this point, I can categorically say that Afrobeats is
That's
sweeter
yes.
than hip hop.
Afrobeat.
What does that even mean?
Yes, now. Afrobeat is sweeter than hip hop now. Afrobeat is sweeter than hip hop now. Have you listened to Sheyi Vibes? Have you listened to Sheyi Vibes today? Have you heard that
No,
song, my guy?
what does that even
There's no
mean?
there's no rap song
No,
sweeter than that
wait,
song that they brought
hold on,
out in
Ayo.
2023
Hold
or
on, Ayo.
2024.
What does at
I've
this
said it already
point I
now.
can
Afrobeat
categorically say
Afrobeat
that
is sweeter than hip hop
Afrobeat
now.
is
That's
sweeter
it.
than
That
hip
is
hop?
the tweet you're
What
looking
does
for.
that mean?
Yes, it's sweet. The music sweet.
The minor.
The music, Steve, am I lying?
All of them are sweet to me, so I don't know the one that is
Oh,
sweeter than
okay.
another one.
No, I can't fuck with this
No,
American hip hop right now.
now.
I can't fuck with this American hip hop right now.
You
So
didn't say American hip hop. You said Afrobeat is sweeter
yeah,
than hip hop. Oh, so you meant
because the music coming out from American hip hop is not enjoyable anymore. Simple, and everybody,
so
a
you
lot of people can
meant
testify to that.
America
Unless some people are
Afrobeat
in
You
their
have
is
added
feelings, a
sweeter
lot
American
of
than
people
hip
can.
hop.
US hip hop.
You have
What?
specified and said
Wasn't it?
American hip hop.
Of course, that's what I meant.
I don't know.
Yes,
We don't
of
know.
course, UK is
I
better.
We don't
understand.
know
Like,
if
why
that's
didn't you
what
just
you
say that?
UK is way better than American hip hop by far, by far. Okay, I'm sorry. I've not paid. I've not paid for premium. I've not paid for premium Twitter, so I can't edit it. Sorry. Elon Musk, please help a boy.
Okay.
Yes.
No, thank you for clarifying it.
Me and Anovex. I mean, because that's what I feel like tweeting. I'm just tweeting off the hip. You look, bro, it's Twitter. Nobody will be taking this thing serious. If Elon Musk is not taking his own tweet serious, it's me that will not be taking tweet serious. Come on. Donald Trump doesn't take Twitter serious.
I beg, take Twitter serious, so Mister, take Twitter
But
serious, so Mr.
I
Beast
beg,
gave
that
people
Mr. Beast don't tire me,
25,000,
Jerry.
gave
For
10
me,
people $25,000.
charity give all the time. I beg.
Why are you going
Everybody
to get
builds
tired? The
100
guy
wells in
built
Africa. I'm
100
sure
wells in
Desmond Elliott has
Africa.
built 5 wells in Sri
you're
Lanka.
mad.
Everybody builds wells.
Don't no. You sound Ayo, you started this episode on a hateration, and there's not going to be any
First of all,
hateration
shout
in
out
this
to
danceria.
Mary J. Blige for bringing out English that we don't know they existed. So, yeah. Well, shout out to Mr. Beast though. He has great content, so I can't hate on him.
I watch his YouTube videos like when I'm on a break or like I'm having lunch or
Yeah.
something, and they're pretty interesting. Apart from the money he even gives out, I mean, it makes the
Yeah.
video like more interesting, ludicrous at times, but like the content is quite interesting, and
Dog
giving 10
is
people $25,000 on the
yes, man.
timeline, that's about 35 million naira now. And one of the 10 lucky recipients was actually or
Yeah.
beneficiaries was actually a Nigerian. It's actually a Nigerian. And I think she's like a lifestyle influencer or something, but like a budding
Yeah, she
lifestyle
never blew like
influencer.
that.
No,
I
I
think.
don't say. I will say content creator for now. She's not an influencer. Influencing comes from yeah,
Okay,
content
yeah,
Yeah.
creator.
a
Yeah,
content creator.
Do we have influencers in Nigeria? How
of
many
course we do
true
now.
influencers do we
We
have?
do now.
We have amplifiers. Most of them are
But we do
amplifiers,
have
not influencers.
influencers. I would
Of
say
course, we do.
Tayo, is
Yes.
a travel influencer because a lot of people
Oh yeah,
look
yeah,
to him for
definitely.
travel content.
Yeah,
I
that
saw
one
a video
works. Yeah.
yesterday where he said he bought a passport, and I was so happy for him.
Yeah. Mm,
That was the next
Yeah,
logical thing for him to do because
yeah,
traveling with this green
yeah,
passport is, bro,
yeah.
it's
it's shit.
my brother,
The green and gold.
my brother. Huh.
Mm.
It's a lot of work,
Anyway, shout out to him.
So I was
You know,
happy
yeah, I
when
was
I saw
happy for
him.
him as well when I
Yeah,
saw
yeah, yeah.
the
Hmm.
I saw
thumbnail.
the thumbnail yesterday. Yeah, I
I
saw
saw
the
the
thumbnail when I was watching
I saw the
Is it one
when I
thumbnail
was
of?
watching it
video.
after the game,
Is it
and I
one of
watched the
those?
video.
Is it one of these Caribbean
Yep, yep, yep. Of course,
passports?
yep.
Yeah. Shout out to them. Yeah. Shout out to them.
I think it's quite similar to the one the Big Brother. Um, what's her name?
Erica.
One of the Big Brother ladies.
And that thing is
Yes, I think
expensive. It's about one hundred
it's
and fifty
something
thousand
similar
dollars.
to what she got as well.
It's a
Yeah.
lot of money. Oh. Yeah,
It's
yeah,
light
true,
work.
true.
If you, it's
Yeah.
not.
Nigeria is such a
It's
country
light
that
work.
if you know the knowing people, 150K, you get it in a day. It's not any.
20, 20, 10 years ago,
Yeah,
150,000 was, bro, one
you're a
seventy five
billionaire in
thousand
Nigeria.
dollars. You're a
Yeah, that's,
billionaire in
yeah,
Nigeria
yeah,
now.
yeah.
Yes, now. The
one
Grandmaster plan.
$175,000. I don't start today. $175,000, and you're a certified billionaire
Yeah,
in
Look
naira
at
in
God.
Nigeria.
that's true.
175.
They said the Naira is still undervalued, so let's keep going.
I don't want to start this
Anyway, back to
podcast with this
Mr.
energy.
Beast. Mr.
But
Sorry,
yeah,
Mr.
social.
Beast made something. He said something very important. He was on the podcast. I can't remember who was on. He said, if you've not done 100 videos, don't count yourself as a content creator.
Yeah,
That's when you've done 100 videos, then you can now start saying you have enough data to now look at what works, what doesn't work, what's best for you, and all that. So I'm like, man, okay, all right. The journey is long.
I think what the internet has done in terms of content creation is that it's
Yeah,
democratized it, but it's also created like an
yeah.
illusion. The illusion
It-
being that you don't need resources to like scale, or you don't need
excuse me.
resources to quote
Have you watched
unquote
Sidemen?
blow.
Have you
You
seen the
still
Have
need
you seen the production
like
quality of Sidemen's videos? Bro, those boys are spending 100,000 of pounds
yeah,
for one video. You need a lot. You need a lot of resources, man. You do. Don't nobody deceive you.
yeah, you do. You do. And the sad part of it is in that this part of the world, right? Since the cost per meal is actually low, if your viewership is coming from this part of
yeah.
the
Yeah,
world,
They're earning very, very
it then
low.
means that
Yeah.
the your payouts,
yeah,
you know, you're earning very low. Your payout from YouTube is
yeah.
quite low, and so you have to start targeting like other markets where people
And
can
that's
watch
why
your
the model
videos.
of
There's one.
content creation in Nigeria most time isn't tied to getting payouts on views. You just gather enough
Yeah, it's not.
clouds. It's not
Like
audience based. It's
audience,
not
it's not audience
audience.
based,
It's
Yeah,
right?
brand driven. It's brand
endorsements.
driven. Gather
Yeah,
enough clouds
brand driven.
and get people to pay you to start making content. That's like the easiest way to,
Yeah,
So the hack is like Mackenzie said on his podcast with the Honest Bunch. He said start making content that appeals to the international market so that your payout will be really really
yeah. He's big in
substantial,
the Philippines.
significant. So yeah.
I heard he's
But
big
not
in the
everybody
Philippines.
has that privilege or opportunity because sometimes your niche and your content is a is in a local context. Do you understand? For example,
Yeah,
our sports influencers right now, right? Their how do I put it? Their content is not like really international appealing because they don't talk about Premier League or stuff like that. They just about the super egos. And who pay most attention, who's more interested in the super egos or local football is we Nigerians, so or maybe food content. There's so many examples of people who don't have that leverage to create like content that can appeal to. Of course, people internationally will watch it, but I don't think that they will be the major source of viewership or source of viewership. So yeah, it makes sense. So talking about like serving international audience, I don't think everybody has the opportunity or that because of their niche or the kind of content they serve to serve the
Hmm.
international market. I'm using an example of like maybe like sports content creators right now in Nigeria. because they don't talk much about Premier League, or other leagues or international league, they don't have much international audience. It's just mainly Nigerian audience because all they talk about is Super Eagles players, Super Eagles, Nigerian football, and local sports. And who are the people who are the most interested in this type of content? Nigerians, right? Of course, they're going to get views from from diaspora and stuff like that, but the main audience are from Nigeria and is from Nigeria. So those guys won't have the opportunity to get huge significant payouts. So the best they can do is just work up their own numbers, make sure a lot of people are listening to them, and start pitching to brands, which is the best thing to do. Yeah,
Yeah, you're absolutely right. That's the way to go. If you're in a market where the audience can't pay you, right? So the CPMs are low if you're, publishing your content through YouTube. Or number two, if your subscribers, like your audience you can't convert them into subscribers, it then means that you have to look for the person who has the most money. So the idea is very simple. Create your content for free, amass as
yeah,
many free subscribers as possible, right? Build your social channels where you're distributing all these contents, and then go and meet the brands and say, hey, I have access to this kind of audience. I know you guys want to tap into this kind of audience, pay XYZ. And a couple of people have been able to do it very well. I don't know if Tayo I know has done that on his channel, but I know he's collaborated with brands. I know he did the
yeah.
travel stats ad.
Adverts. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I
Yeah.
was an
you
influencer
know,
for travel stuff. Yeah.
yeah, he did that, and it's just an ad. I don't know if it was just a one-off or he does some influencing for them from time to time, but like that was
It,
good. I was even happy to see that.
I think the ad came from him being an ambassador for like a period of time. That's what happens. Like if
Ah,
you're the ambassador for that time, you do the ads. I think someone else is doing the ad now. The person is not the ambassador, so they do it like that with travel content creators.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's a lady. She's also like a travel blogger.
A travel
Oh, I
blogger,
know.
exactly.
Yeah, I
You
know.
know her
Yeah.
now. I've
Yeah.
forgotten her name.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I think she used to be.
Mm.
Uh,
No, no go there. No go. I wanted to describe her that way, but no go there.
okay,
Because
okay,
they'll not say,
sorry.
"Oh, she's more than that." So I beg,
I,
let's.
I
I don't
actually
even
don't
know
know
if
what you guys are talking about. I'm going to ask you guys after the pod.
Oh man, no
I,
how,
I
no
didn't
no.
want to mention because I don't know if they're together anymore. I haven't been seeing any.
Osagie, I beg,
Let's
I
keep
beg.
it.
I don't
Yeah,
want to
let's
train
keep it.
2024. Maybe. Yeah,
Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. But I like her content. I like how
yeah, yeah.
I love her content. What she puts out on like social media, and she's like, I think travel bloggers are like the most dedicated. I guess you have to be because you spend money,
See, because
You
you're
have,
putting too much into it. Yeah.
so
yeah,
you
you
You're
have
have
to
to be.
spending
be.
time, like you're spending a lot of there's a lot of commitment that comes with it, right? Because
Yeah,
you're traveling, you're doing stuff like. I also
Yeah.
like our tech guys. New kid, no, new kid is my like. I like his content. Eric Okafor. And there's this guy. What's this guy's name? The Yoruba guy that interviewed on Jazzy now. Fosudo. What's his name?
Fisayo
Fisayo
Fosudu.
Fosudo,
Yes,
number
Yeah,
exactly. I
one,
like his
number one
number
for me.
he's
one.
He's the
Yeah, yeah.
MKBHD of Nigerian tech vlogging.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So I like the
Yeah.
tech. I like the tech content creators also. Yeah. Like people are doing really well. I really enjoy it, and I watch it from a place of, this thing because we also created content in a way like from a journalistic point of view, and we didn't go into this thing. So sometimes anytime I'm watching them, I reflect on my own journey on. There's also a lot of. It's not easy. I'm not saying they got easy, but there's also a lot of how do I put it? There's also a way life will box you. There's a way life boxes you into into something else where you can't do those content creation thing because you're so focused on
or
other
you
things.
feel
So
like you can't
I
do.
feel, I feel. That's what I want
Yeah.
to say.
Yeah,
I feel like that's what I feel.
Yeah. And
Ultimately, at the end of the
you feel
day,
very
that
conscious.
there's nothing I wouldn't have done. Like if I put my mind to it, but I feel that's what I felt at the time. So I really, really appreciate them. I love content creators a lot. I was even having this conversation with my wife yesterday. I was watching. There's this girl that does. She mimes Indaboski's videos a lot on Instagram.
Oh, that girl.
I put it on my story.
Yeah, yeah, I know that girl.
I really enjoy her content. And my wife was making a point that, oh, that I always I like this Instagram creators a lot. I'm like, I love content creators because I know it's not easy. I
It's
appreciate
not
them a
easy.
lot.
Oh. It's
So
not easy.
I
Oh.
give them the views. I always watch the videos just to even some that don't interest me. I just give them that view and just move on. I just like encouraging people who do stuff like that. And also, You guys see me in the group. The economic situation of this country. It's not as if I'm advising every young person to be every young person to be a content creator.
Yeah.
But I feel that creating content in whatever you do makes you stand out and will give you opportunity to grow in whatever you are doing. So let's say just say you're a banker, right? You can start creating a content on banking 101 for people who don't know, for like people who don't know anything about banking. Like there's this guy I follow on Instagram on my other page. He's a mathematics teacher in a secondary school. He teaches maths on Instagram, and I love his
Yeah.
content. And he's going to grow like that, and people are going to like call him for private lessons. He's going to earn more money, and that's why I'm always telling people, what do you like? Start creating content about it. Not necessarily just because you want to become an influencer or you want to get more money. It's just going to make you better, because the more you create content, the more you research, the more you know about it, and the more you grow and become known. It's just a sort of marketing for your own talent. Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. Very well said. The creator economy is not just for um it's not just for entertainment, right? The creator
Thank
economy is
you.
for
No, it's not.
creators.
It's
Thank
not
you.
And you don't need to be in the entertainment
Exactly.
business to be a creator. Just because you
at
are a
all.
creator
Yeah, you
doesn't
don't
mean
need
you are
to.
playing in that space. You are just a creator, right? There's a
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
a Instagram channel I follow, right? In the US. You know what this guy does? He just does landscaping in suburban areas. He just goes,
Suburb
he
areas.
knocks on the
Yeah, that's
person's
big. Oh.
door and says, "Hey man, I see
Bro.
that your front porch is has outgrown.
Yeah, I know that guy.
I just want to fix
Yeah,
it."
his
Let me
And
do
videos
they're
are
for
so
like, "Yeah,
free.
go ahead."
his
And
videos
the
are
guy
so
just,
soothing to me.
bro, it's therapeutic. The guy
Yeah,
just goes, cuts the grass,
exactly.
uses
He
his
just cleans it
lawnmower,
up.
cuts it,
Yeah.
beautifies the whole
Yeah.
place, and he has hundreds of thousands of, I think he has over 1 million followers of people who
Yeah,
just watch
yeah,
him doing
Yeah.
yeah,
freaking landscaping. He's not in the entertainment business.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
He's just a
Exactly.
creator,
It's
That's
right?
not
The
it's just
the
a
creating stuff is just
creator.
a
creator. That's all.
byproduct of the,
What he
skill.
does.
Exactly.
Thank
And then there are
you.
people that do
Thank
this.
you.
The rise of the people who do this with Excel. I don't know if you guys came across this lady. She has like blonde hair. I think it's a bit blonde, and she just breaks down like Excel formulas. That's what she does, and she
Yeah, yeah,
dances
yeah,
with
yeah,
it.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
big also.
yeah,
That's also big on like all these
yeah,
creator
yeah.
platforms.
Do you
Yeah.
understand?
Excel
Yeah.
shortcuts. Mad.
Yes,
Yes.
creating Excel
Yeah.
shortcuts, and she blew up from there.
Canva. Yeah. Stuff like
There's
that.
also another
Yeah.
lady who does something things around like email etiquettes and responding and replying emails.
Bro, that's so many
Yeah.
examples. Yeah.
So
Then
they're not
another
in
side that people
entertainment; they're
don't
just
know.
creators. Sorry
Exactly.
to take you
Yeah.
guys back to like you talked about like the tech influencers. Fisara Fosudo for me is number one, and I'll tell you why he's number one for
Yes.
me. And
I
I'm not
agree.
doing
I
any
agree.
ranking. I'm just saying he was one of the people who started early, and like Ayo described him, he described him like he's like Nigeria's Marquis Brown, right? The
Yeah.
Yeah.
MKB, MKB, I don't know but
BHD.
you know who I'm talking about, yeah.
MKBHD. Yeah.
MKBHD, thank you. And you can already see how he's moving from just tech influencing and he's going the Mr. Beast route as well.
Yeah.
Did you guys
Yeah.
watch his most recent video?
Yeah. He was furnishing people's homes and stuff like that.
He
Like a old couple's home.
Exactly.
Yeah.
he built a
Yeah.
whole house, and I think he
Yes, it's
partnered with
true.
Fuani, the guys who distribute LG products, right?
Yes,
They've been
yes,
renovating
yes.
houses and all that, and they went to either Oyo or Ogun State. There was this man who is, who suffered from polio when he was young, so he uses crutches because one of his legs isn't working. He has a wife and a kid, and they have like this one bedroom that they barely roofed, wasn't plastered. The whole thing was messed up, and they broke the whole thing down and built it back up. And I watched
Mm.
that video, bro, and it was so satisfying. And that's kind of the same feeling I get when I watch Mr. Beast videos. Because what
Human
Mr. Beast
interest.
does is just it just makes people happy. You guys need to watch
Yeah.
Yeah,
more Mr. Beast video. It just makes people happy.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with what Fisaya did, and what a life-changing event for that family, right? The woman saw it, she got on her, she just started rolling on the ground. The kid was crying. Just imagine growing up in a house where, and bro, I'll tell you from like where I grew up, I saw things like this happen.
yeah.
I had
That's true.
friends in my where I grew up who only one the living room was plastered. Like
Yeah,
you
yeah.
went out
That's
the other
true.
part of the
It's
room,
common. Yeah,
yeah,
it's common.
not roof properly, just This is where we are now, and
Yeah.
then small by small we'll continue to make it happen. So
Every
stuff
month they
like
do
that
something, they do a part. Yeah.
every month, every quarter or every
every
6 months.
quarter.
Go chop now.
It's true. Another part of the creator economy that people don't know. Like the people know though, like but that is very popular now. It's very interesting to me. Is the content marketing sector where like Insta online social commerce sellers, social commerce guys, right? They create content about what they sell, which are
Yeah.
very, very interesting content to sell. It's just a very like the internet is just undefeated.
The
It's just like
possibilities are limitless. There's not
that
any
it's just
limit.
limitless. And
Yeah.
that's why I keep telling these young guys, like, what are you doing? Like,
I
stuff
think
like
why
that.
people are not young people seem to not understand, or they are kind of they don't have the veils off their eyes, is
Yeah.
because they are pigeonholed to like
It's
a specific part of the internet, and they feel like, oh, this is the only thing that can happen, and
Yeah.
not understanding that things are like limitless. Like you can, bro, I've done stuff on the internet that I thought
bro.
I couldn't do. I've learned stuff on the internet that I thought I
Yeah.
couldn't do. You know,
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
built stuff on the internet. I built websites. I built apps. Like there's stuff I've been able to do
Yeah.
just watching YouTube videos, learning stuff. Right. Latest one I did is I didn't know I could do this. I used ChatGPT to build a bot that was recommending something, and
Yeah, you said it.
like 1 2 months ago I thought, nah, like how I want to run now. You know, stuff is limitless. You can sell stuff, you can do stuff. And if you have a talent, here's the problem: people are ashamed of their talents.
Bro,
And
I'll tell you something. It's not easy
yes,
to go in front of the camera. You have to kill your ego, bro.
hmm,
Because you put
that's
it
it.
out, your first video, first one like, zero comments. It will kill you. It's going to kill you. There's no how. Then you have to continue doing that and doing that. And now Mr. B said you have to do that 100 times. Bro, come on now.
I
It's
think
not easy.
a most recent example, and we talked about it 2 episodes ago, is who is Tunde with what he's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
When
yeah.
Tunde started, when I watched the first video, if you watch Tunde's first video and compare it to his video, the most recent video, stark difference in
Oh, wait,
delivery,
there'll always be an
in topic,
improvement.
in concept. You understand? Stark difference. But like you can see
Hmm.
the growth. And I think that's what is most important for you to, like Steve says, the internet rewards one thing:
Consistency, bro.
consistency.
Yeah.
Consistency over content, consistency
Over
over
quality.
quality,
About
Yeah.
quality.
consistency over every other thing.
Yep.
Consistency. That's
It
what
is
the
true.
internet consistent
Yeah.
over controversy even.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Because if
yeah,
you're
yeah.
controversial and you're not consistent with it,
People
Yeah.
go
forget
and
you
look
now.
at the biggest content creators. Go and look at the biggest people in the Nigerian media space. Daddy Freeze, Instablog Niger, Gist Lover. Like look at every of these guys. Tunde Ednuts, right? Or go and look at Gilmore or Lai Wasabi.
I don't think Gilmore sleeps. I don't think Gilmore
Consistent.
sleeps.
In fact, Gilmore's own is
It's
I don't know.
ridiculous.
Yeah,
His
Gilmore's
turnout
own.
rate is ridiculous.
Yeah,
Come
it is.
on.
It is.
That guy can
And
drop
it's
3 videos in a day.
consistency. Look at the guy who blew up last week. The guy who mimicked the popular football coaches.
Bro, everybody took that. Every football sports Instagram account took that guy's content.
I didn't think I didn't think, shout out to him. I didn't think it was great. But just look at what happened. Just
He
because
struck a nerve. He
it
struck a
struck a
nerve.
nerve. It's just struck a
The
nerve, right?
club, the Ten Hag, because that's how Ten Hag
That's
celebrates.
how Ten Hag
Yeah.
celebrates. Ten Hag
The
has no
club was
sauce at
crazy.
all.
Yeah, he's
He
a
has no
sauceless
sauce.
man. He's a sauceless man.
Sauceless.
A very
Yeah,
sauceless
so
man.
just does his hand like that, and he did it. He did it well. The club, and guess what? He did it, put it out. The guy
And that's
tweeted
it.
something. Guy said he's been creating content for 8 years straight.
I'm telling
See,
you.
Eight
you never
years.
know that
By the
video.
time
You
I was
never know
watching
that
that
video.
video, it was 2.2 million, his own video. And I
Yeah.
love how Twitter does it, right? And I hope Instagram can adopt this. I know it's not easy, but I hope
They
Instagram
retain
can
the
adopt
name,
this.
yeah.
You can just click double press on the video and
And
Yeah,
you
I'll
post
and
it
tweet
you
to
as
get the
your
your
own.
original
yeah.
source.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
you don't need to
I think
download it. And so
yeah.
the video count still counts to the original
Yeah,
post.
60 counts to you. Yeah.
Instagram has a feature like that where you can trace the original audio, but people don't use it. Do you get?
Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
people don't use it. People
No,
don't
you can
use it.
trace
People just
original
download it
audio.
rawly
Yeah.
and just people just download it raw and just put it up.
yeah. So shout out to him. And I think he already verified his channel. Boom, just move on from there.
Awesome.
Like
Yeah.
Awesome.
when this is the craziest era of the internet. So every time, every part of the internet has something it rewards you over. This
Yeah.
part is so crazy that the reward is so much. Look at the mom easy
Yeah.
thing. To go back to it again, one tweet,
Yeah. That's
just
one tweet.
one tweet.
Crack the algorithm.
Change their life.
Do you understand? So
Yeah.
that's what. And guess what? If you go and look at her timeline, she was consistent with tweeting.
Yeah. She
Yeah.
was.
Do
She
you
was.
understand? It wasn't just a
She
random.
was and she was consistent with the theme of
Thank you.
Yeah.
what's happening. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
What
yeah,
I want,
yeah,
what I need.
So when
yeah,
people
yeah.
went to search back and say, okay, let's see if you are, we can
Let's see if you have
compare
this,
our
if you had the
tweets.
same energy.
Yes, because that's what people will do immediately. They'll go and look at your tweet to see if there's anything, that counters your
Contradictory, yeah, yeah.
Or
thank you, that
controversial.
contradicts your opinion now
Your
to know if
stand,
you agree
yeah.
or not. And there was not one single one.
Not one single one.
She never even
You know.
sat on the fence.
Yeah, man.
You know,
Almost every week we talk about this thing because I'm like I have kids, like I have family, like there's so many, But I remember a time where all I needed was there's a joke of this comedian. He say like I miss being in the 20s. When I was 20s, all my friend has to say is let's go. I don't know where. I'm like, okay, let's go. I can't even burn my apartment. Let's go.
yeah,
But when I was 30, I'm like, where are we going?
Where?
Is the music loud? Stuff like that. When you are young, like you're in 20s, like the possibilities, like so many. I'm not saying it's too late for anybody now. Maybe you are 30. No, 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 it's not. I'm just talking to like being specific with younger people.
yeah.
When you are like everything is possible. You have the energy, you have the opportunity. There's less distraction. Just go
The
in.
the margin for error is wide.
Very, very. You can recover from anything. Just do it. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's why we keep. If you notice the pattern of this podcast, almost every week we talk about this same thing. Just because we know what it is.
You know what they say now? They say young people are cursed with youth
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
because you don't know what to do with it until you get older, and you're like, oh
Exactly.
shit.
Yeah.
But
Mother
so
energy.
youth is no more on your side when you're old. They say
Exactly.
young
Yeah,
people, they are cursed with youth.
yeah.
Because imagine if
Exactly.
young people had the brain or the maturity or the knowledge.
But
That
that's
comes with
life.
experience. That experience
Yeah,
brings. Yeah, that's true.
but they don't.
That's how life is, man.
That thing,
That's
they are
how life
cursed with
is.
youth. Is a curse.
Yes,
But
it's a
you know
cost.
what I mean? It's a
Yeah, I
curse,
understand what you're saying.
curse with youth.
Yeah,
You don't know anything when you're young. It's so
yeah. At
painful
all.
because if you had the knowledge of, you would move well, But
Yeah,
that's
that's
life,
true. That's
and
true.
we all go through it. We all go
Yeah.
through it. One thing I also wanted to mention somebody in the tech space as well. There's a guy called Kagan Tech. I don't know if you
I don't
follow
know
him.
him.
Yeah, he
I
does
don't.
some really good, enlightening tech content.
Nigerian
Yeah,
too.
Nigerian. Then
Okay.
at the end of every post, he says, "You're welcome." I don't know if you ever follow the guy, but yeah,
How do you
Mm,
Kagan. I
spell
like
Kagan?
Kagan, right? Then tech.
Okay, I'll say him. Oh, I
Yeah.
know this guy now. I know him. I know him. I just didn't know his name. I know him well.
So
Wella. Wella.
yeah, I like him. I like him.
Let me check.
Kagan tech. Has about 308,000 followers now.
That's like
And
3 million.
Yeah, I've seen this guy. I've seen
that's
this guy before.
consistent.
Oh, he's always his eyes. He does ads that always gets to me. Yeah, 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 yeah. Or
And
sometimes
that's
I find him in the explore page. Yeah, I know him. I know him. I know him. That's true.
yeah,
That's
308,000.
awesome. Osagie, you even follow him?
I just did.
Yeah. Okay. 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 Okay.
So you just did immediately showed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Technology. One thing I would love to see though, in terms of like this, like content creators, not
This
necessarily
content
influencers,
space.
content
Yeah.
creators, is content creators on creating bite-sized content for news and political news and local news, right? So like what I Adams does on like a
Yeah.
large
Yeah.
scale. I
Yeah.
want to see someone
Yes.
that does like daily content that just breaks down and explains the news. All
Yes.
right.
For young people. Yeah. I agree.
Just
I agree.
That
simple
is
example.
very.
The dollar is now 1,400 naira. It's now
These are the
1,400 naira to the
implications.
dollar. What is inflation? Then just does bite-sized content,
Bite
60
size.
seconds moves. Do you understand? Oh, gives you the breakdown between what is going on with Fubara and Wiki. What is
And
happening in
Wiki,
Yeah.
Rivers
yeah,
State government?
yeah.
What's happening in Abuja? What's happening with kidnapping? 1 minute,
TikTok is the best
bite,
platform for this.
bite-sized content, 1 minute
But you
every
know
day.
what?
Do like
Unfortunately,
5 videos a day.
TikTok is now, because of the lack of political awareness, TikTok has now been the place, is not the place where people pass out misinformation.
Hmm.
During the 2023 elections, bro, it was terrible on TikTok. Both sides were just putting out fake news agenda.
Yeah, I
Supreme,
wonder how America is going to deal with it in
yeah,
this year's
Supreme
election.
Court just announced that Tinubu will not be inaugurated. Breaking news.
Yeah, that's true.
That's obese people.
Just
Tinubu's people will not
misinformation.
come. Misinformation, and these accounts have hundreds of thousands of people subscribe to them.
Yeah.
It's just insane.
I wonder how America. What was the social media that was it was Facebook in
20,
the
2015.
Trump's election 2015. Yeah, I wonder what TikTok is going to do this year. How impactful they're going to be in the US election. Yeah.
It's
Because
going to be crazy.
I've started seeing some things on TikTok about the US election, and it's scary
They will,
already.
they will need to do a lot of moderation.
Of moderation, yeah,
Yeah.
and trust me, they won't do it unless maybe they have to do it from the American office of TikTok.
Oh,
Because
yeah,
if
of
you leave it
course.
to our people,
No, no,
on the
no,
other
no, no.
side of the,
No, it's American
The other
office.
side of the pond. In fact, they even wanted to destroy you, Seth.
I'm telling you,
There has to be a lot of moderation that needs to
yeah,
happen. And,
Yeah.
it still goes back to what we talked about. Can we have like our local, and speaking specifically to Nigeria now, I would love to see like, it's a lot of work because it has to do with a lot of innovation. Can we see like Nigerian versions of like these social media apps?
yeah.
But everybody's everybody's focused on creating the next best fintech
Yes.
app.
Banking for the unbanked. Banking for the
Yeah,
unbanked. Yeah.
I need to
Yeah, you guys are
take that.
hating.
I need to take that transaction volume off. Up, up, up.
You guys are hating.
But we
Not
understand,
really
it
hating.
works
Let
now.
me
Osagie
be
has left the
honest.
fintech industry now and he's not serving us. This life, eh?
No, come on. It's not. I'm not saying that. No, I'm
In
not
this
saying
life,
that.
you reap what
You
you
reap what
sow.
you sow. Yeah, man. Oh, yeah, man. I'm not saying that. What
I
I'm
know
saying,
everybody should
Sha,
watch out for my crypto exchange platform. It's launching very soon.
uh,
It is well.
we can no talk with you. I won't talk. What are you going to name your own? Sandra. You name your own Sandra.
Just give you this thing to lie. You let lie help you
What will
advertise
you
it.
name your own? Sandra.
Oh man.
Anyways, how was the week, guys?
Mm. The week was the week. Nothing much. I think Super Eagles played during the week, Abby. Not this
No, no,
Cameroon
no.
game, or the previous week match, Abby. I think we played something. Can't remember, Sha.
Maybe on Monday, right?
Yeah, on Monday.
The Guinea-Bissau game.
Yeah. We played on Monday.
I played on
Yeah.
Monday now.
Yes, I covered
Yeah, it was Monday.
that. The week was okay, nothing. You are just experiencing haze in Lagos, like anybody can see. I don't know why the Hamatan is back. Well, it's back in
Yeah.
full force anyway.
I love Hamatan.
Yeah, just normal this thing, salary week. We thank God we've passed the first past the 60 days of
We're
January.
still in January. We're still in January, Sha.
Oh,
January
Yeah.
is
more
still
January.
here.
I entered an Uber on Friday night, and the Uber man said, "What is happening in Lagos tonight? That everywhere there's hold up." I said, "Okay, they've paid salary. That is why."
Salary week.
Men are out.
Salary week.
Men are out.
That's it, man. Yeah, that's how my week went, sir. Yeah.
This
Men are
this
out is the English version of men mount, Abi.
Yes. The Shakespearean version.
Oh, men are out. Men mount.
It was really interesting because there's one time I was spending more than I liked in December. And I put my money somewhere that I can't see again. I'm like, anything will go happen for John, I'll make it happen. And it happened. When I called Osagie, I said, Osagie, send me naira. That's how much the month long
Hold on. The thing is
is
your voice.
re-echoing. Yeah.
Where is this thing coming from?
I don't know. It happens every once in a while. I don't know.
Does
It's not
that,
happening
so-
again.
Okay. All right. Let's keep it moving.
That's how long the month was because the thing went long. I was like, when did they pay in this my office again? But last
I
week
saw
was
the
good.
view.
Yeah, a lot of work done. Yeah, it's all good.
The whole naira now our problem. Oh.
Yeah.
Guy, just hold the one you can spend. The rest, you know where it's going.
We'll meet in that
You
place.
understand? The
Because
whole nine on our
a
problem.
day
Oh.
later, you know what you are going to do.
Things have changed,
Another
bro.
300 naira is going to be added to it.
That
More.
that Twitter handle that posts the update on the
You know,
Believe
currency
it.
it's one
exchange.
white guy that does that
Yeah.
thing.
The thing don't come be like live scores.
No. Osagie,
Osage said it's like that COVID when we're waiting for Lagos and
exactly.
Nigerian health. What's the name of that agency that tweets and COVID updates? That's how it is now. We
Yeah.
wait on dollar rate like COVID numbers.
See, me, I don't even get. I already put notification alert on it. So you know, it normally does the Bitcoin one first in the morning before it now does that one where they wait for. As it does, I say we're done. We are good. We are good. We are good. We are good.
Now you the send out to the group now.
In
Lamet
get lost,
so.
Emefiele no dey. Emefiele if I don't tell Elon Musk when they delete that account, then I in the
Hello.
cost.
Emefiele that told them that they should cut the trees
Mefi,
where Aboki State change dollar.
Mefi.
Hey, Murphy was a bad bitch, bro.
Was
Nah,
a bad beach, bro.
nah, nah,
The work
nah,
was
nah.
good. Decent work
Nah, the
done.
guy is holding the biggest Bible in the world.
Eh,
Yeah,
King,
yeah.
King James version. I said, who
Yeah,
they
then
deceive?
the most interesting thing about the week was I deliberately walked without my phone around, and it worked. Like I deliberately left my phone outside of my working environment,
Mm-hmm.
and it worked. I stopped deceiving myself. I said, you know what, this phone has to go.
No,
And
does that, no, you could have just kept it with you and just deleted the apps. We know the apps that are making you pick it now.
I don't want to
It's
delete the
Instagram
app
and
like you
Twitter.
know.
What's with
I don't want to
Osagie,
delete the app. It's
Osagie,
mainly Twitter actually.
You not see when
Mine is mainly Twitter.
you not see when you delete the app, you install it again during that
Oh,
same
I
working
do.
hour.
I do. So when I'm done with work, I reinstall it.
No, like
Uh,
sometimes it
I
works
also
for
have I
that it
also
works
have an
last
app.
week.
Okay, I have the app on my phone now, but I have an app that helps me with blocking out some of the apps I shouldn't be using during work period. It's called Opal.
Opal.
Opal. Yeah, so
yeah.
Let
you
me see.
can set a focus time, and during
Is
that
this a
focus
free?
time,
Is it a free app? Because some
you
a
have
bit
the
pay
free.
for app.
Yeah, I'm on the paid version. I'm on the
I
full
know.
version for a year,
I know.
but there's a free
Screen
version,
time
and
for focus. Seen
yeah,
it.
it's really good. It's called Opal. You should check it out. If
I'll
you are
check it out.
struggling with always going to social media, you can set it. And guess what? You can also take breaks. You can take like a 5 minutes break as well. And then you can snooze for 5 minutes, and after 5 minutes, it blocks it again, and you get back to work. Another way for you to be efficient is to use like a time tracker for every task you want to complete. So
Yeah.
if you have a task you want to complete, you put a specific time, attach a specific or assign a specific time to that
Focus
task.
time. I do it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there's an app I use on my tab. It's called Zen Flip Clock, and you can use either a
An
stopwatch
extension.
or no, it's on my iPad.
Okay. 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 Okay.
It's also I'm sure it's also like you can get time clock, stopwatch, and you
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
just use
Yeah.
it and you do a countdown, and you know that okay, I have 25 minutes to finish this task, and you're just working and you
Mm-hmm.
look at it and you're just working. Before you know it, boom, you're done. You can finish the required amount of work, within that period of time. So that works as well.
Okay.
So many things you can do, my brother. But yeah,
Awesome. Awesome.
so great to know the week was good. Week was great for me as well. Shout out to the Super Eagles for ending the week for us on a high.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah. That was good.
amazing
Yeah.
game. Um,
Did you
wait,
watch
first of
it?
all, who me? I watched it now just
Mm.
because I'm not tweet
Next time, don't
or
do that.
not
Don't be
tweeting. Sorry,
watching game and just
not
leave us
dropping
hanging.
comments in the
We are in the
WhatsApp group.
group
Doesn't mean I'm not
for
watching
a
it.
reason.
But I watched it now. When Toyin said, was it not Toyin that said Ola blah
Stick.
blah blah. I copied him and I said, bro,
Oh, okay. I
you
didn't
didn't
see.
see
I
that
didn't see
part
that
now. So
one.
by the time you were saying that, when I now dropped something on Rashford or something, you're now like, oh,
Yeah.
you didn't watch the game, blah blah blah. I didn't
Okay.
like because I watched the game. I enjoyed the game. I
Yeah.
saw
And
the
I know when Osage is tired of me in the group, he just completely ignores me. I'll just be laughing. I said,
I
this one
think
never
I
starts.
think that match I watched.
I know because I watched the game. Am I going to start
Yeah.
telling
Okay.
you? No, look at my comments here. I watched the game. Like,
Yeah.
you go fuck yourself. You know,
Yeah.
but I enjoyed the game. I even want to start off with AFCON, right? What a
Yeah.
tournament! What a
Bro, too
tournament!
good. Too
Yeah, what a
good.
tournament! I
Too
have to
good.
admit. and we all can admit the quality of the tournament, I think, is one of the best.
It has
Yeah,
Quality in
increased.
terms of, and a lot of things, quality in gameplay. So the
yeah.
gameplay still has the Africanness around it, right?
Of
It
course,
Yes.
of
still
The
gives
course.
you,
high tackle, the
and
physical element to it.
that's clearly because you have a lot of like the players are black and strong.
Enthusiastic.
Do you
Yeah,
Yeah.
understand?
yeah.
There's technique, but there's also a lot of power and pace, and the power and pace
Yes.
kind of outshines the technique a bit. But
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
can also see that there has been like increase or an improvement in quality of play as
Even
well.
Yes.
tactics.
The
Yeah.
goals have been amazing, right? The gameplay has been amazing. The officiating has been amazing. The use of VAR, not one controversy. The
Except that,
Yeah.
officiating,
excuse me, except that referee that our last group game. That referee, I know just want to talk past that one. That
No,
referee.
that woman was great. That woman was fantastic,
oh, the woman,
Me, I
bro.
was just vexing. I
That
was just
babe,
vexing.
that one was fantastic. I'm sure for her to spot that Siemens handball first time.
You know they
I'm
interviewed
like,
her after.
come
You
on.
know she was interviewed after.
Yes, and she was interviewed
I
after
saw a
as
brief.
well.
I saw a brief interview.
In short, I feel she was better than yesterday's
No, yesterday's one,
the Cameroon.
The Cameroon guy was
The,
on
the
drugs.
guy, I
The
didn't
Cameroon guy
understand if
was
he
on drugs.
understood that football was a contact sport. I didn't understand it,
And
the guy
So
was doing
before he gave yellow
anything.
cards, I don't understand. He wanted to actually see Osimhen die before he wanted to give a yellow card.
yeah.
Come on now, come on.
Yeah.
But
So
what Osagie said, the only thing I don't agree with Osagie said, oh, maybe the AFCON has been like that, but this is just the exposure. I'm like, no, we're actually improving because other countries are really putting a lot of work. Like Angola, like people have
Cape Verde.
projects.
See Cape
Like
Verde.
Cape Verde, people have had projects like on football that we are seeing now in real, like we are seeing
Yeah, you
the
seen it in real
improvement,
time.
the result of it, right?
you're
Like
right.
Cape Verde, Angola, like people have
You're right.
improved a lot in football. But see
Yeah.
Angola, see what Angola did to Namibia yesterday.
Did you see that third goal?
Football.
Did you see that
It
third
was
goal?
See the
it was
third
a
goal, see the
total it was a
technique,
it was a total annihilation.
bro.
The way they played the football, the way these guys
Surgical.
played,
You
It was
see,
surgical.
like, man, I was
you
so
would think they
impressed,
were you would think they were a South American team.
It
bro.
was surgical.
Easily,
They were
exactly.
slicing them
Yeah,
too.
it was really good game, really
Nah,
good.
fam.
Yeah, the quality has really. I'm so happy for Africa.
Yeah.
I'm so happy
Yeah,
as well. And I
we
think the
needed this.
quality, do
Yeah,
you know why we're seeing these projects? I think we're seeing some of these projects because they increased the number of teams in the tournament to 24 a
yeah,
few years ago.
Yeah.
yes.
It then means that,
We have the
as a Cape
opportunity.
Verde, right,
Yeah,
I stand a more likely chance to get to qualify for the Cup of Nations, right? And
yes,
by that, I also now, as a sports minister,
Has
I
to
can
improve.
go back to the presidency and get a bigger budget to build a project because
exactly.
Yeah.
this project is going to be
Because we have a
showcased,
bigger platform to. Yeah, it's
you
true.
know, stuff
And
like
Mm.
also
that.
the money from the competition also will help go
Yeah,
into the
boost
back to the football projects
to
in
boost
a
the local
sensible
football scene
country.
too. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
like what you just said there. That last line was key.
Yeah, in a sensible country,
May we
the
not talk
money
past
you
that
get
one.
from World Cup and AFCON tournament,
May we not talk
it
past
goes
that
to
one.
the projects. It goes to
Yeah.
like the grassroots to
No,
develop the sports.
Sefini.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sefini.
All right.
Why are you talking about Steve now? Let him say what he
I
wants
know
to
may
say
talk
now.
past because of his political connections. I know may I'm looking out for my brother. May not talk past that one. We all know what we are talking about. We are fine.
Yeah.
AFCON is great. Grassroots football, wonderful. Oh
As
god.
I also mentioned in the group, right? Media exposure has also been fantastic, and I think this is
Yeah.
the one time where you have a lot of social media coverage, right?
Yeah.
And it has been way easier for you to take like footage and immediately take that footage to social media
One
and then
time.
Yeah.
have it trend. I also think a lot of influencers, because there are more African players playing in Europe that came back to play the tournaments, right?
Yeah.
So you also have a lot of these aggregator platforms, right?
Yeah. It's
You
just
know,
covering the tournament.
who are
Yeah.
covering tournament.
Every
United
yeah.
Trey,
Everybody.
Idiomatic, the Ferguson, some of these
Exactly.
guys.
The
I
Premier
didn't
League
even know
football
some of these guys
guys.
are African. I didn't even know some of these guys are African.
Ah,
I didn't know
is
Gidiomatic is. I think he's like a Nigerian. CFC Janti is South African or
bro, the
something.
biggest Arsenal account is in Nigerian. The biggest Man U account is in Nigerian. The biggest
Yeah,
Chelsea
United
account
Trey.
is in Nigerian.
Yeah.
Uh,
I've been telling my guys to write that story. But just let's document it. It's not documented. Document
yeah.
it so that people will know.
Yeah.
UCD Trey has 970 something thousand followers.
Bro,
The guy
I
is
met
huge.
this.
God,
I started following this guy when he was at 100K.
bro,
It's
It's
almost a
consistency,
million.
bro.
Yeah. And it just,
And those
his tweets are funny because it's just,
and all of them
and
they like each other. Those guys, all of them,
they're a
the
fun
CF,
group.
they're a fun group. I won't lie.
They're a
They're a
fun
fun
group.
group.
And that's what made it more interesting. They're just fun
Yeah,
guys who just bant
yeah,
and troll. That's what
Yeah.
they
it's
do. Just
true.
bant and troll. Bant and
It's
troll.
true. Yeah. The only person
So
I'm suspecting is that world best, world
I
beast or
don't
world best.
yeah, well
That guy is
the
UK
Arsenal
now.
guy, right?
Are
That
you
guy
sure
is
it's
UK.
UK?
He's a UK guy.
Eh,
I think that
okay. I'm
guy's a UK
suspecting
dude.
him. Okay,
Ah,
okay,
there's a
okay.
time where this was a terror on Twitter. Oh my
Oh,
god.
he has come. I'm sure he's married now.
He
That's why he
has
has
come
come down.
down. Oh, bro.
There was one
Ma-
time, man, that guy was a
Make
man.
Man U lose for one weekend. Ah, where this is on your ass. There's no how. The algorithm will bring him to you. There's no how.
So I sincerely enjoyed how AFCON has
Yeah.
also been covered. Then beyond that, of course, the bans between the countries, Nigeria, Ghana, Cameroon. Maybe because I'm not in that circle, but has there been bans between other countries other than Nigeria?
I don't know.
It's us now. It's
I
us
don't know. It's
now.
Nigeria. It has to
And
be Nigeria, bro.
the funny thing, the bat doesn't start with us. Cameroon though is the one that brought it to our doorstep. And the thing
Yeah,
about
yeah,
Nigeria is that if you want Wahala, we'll not give it to you double. We'll give it to you double. Yesterday on
Yeah.
TikTok was a mess. Nigerians were hunting down Cameroonians. They are going to put out videos that will win. They were hunting down in the comments. When they had to come out and say, please, Nigerians, we are sorry. We didn't mean it like this. Even Ghanaians chop. Everybody they chop now. Now,
No,
but the
the
band
Ghana
is
one, the ban for the Ghana one was too
no.
much.
It was so bad that Ghanaians were not supporting Cameroonians yesterday, hoping that
yeah,
Cameroon will beat us. And we fall. Ah, no, no. Nigerians, we are bullies. Don't just wake us up. Don't just shoot at us. If you shoot at us once, it's coming. Don't it's
yeah.
coming.
Osage
Yeah.
also made the points of like the African players who are playing in Europe, like the top guys, right? Like a lot of guys. Those guys also attracted a lot of journalists, media, like foreign media. Like I was watching a TikTok video of Atleti, Guardian, all of them were in Cote d'Ivoire.
Yeah.
They brought journalists to Cote d'Ivoire, and
Wow.
that's also like a lot of exposure on
And
Yeah.
on the
also,
tournament. Yeah,
you have one of the hottest strikers in the world playing at AFCON.
Osimhen.
So you have to
yeah,
come
that's
cover
true.
him. If you're an
Yeah,
Italian
you have
Serie A
to.
reporter, you have to come and cover him.
Look
Yeah.
at how big AFCON was. Osimhen had a CBS interview.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how big AFCON is. They did it. They did it. So yeah, I'm really really so happy. The level, I'm so impressed, and
Yeah.
hope this is just the beginning. Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, Lookman scored took the brace against Cameroon. The Atalanta
yeah.
Twitter, already put out
Exactly. Even Syria, immediately Syria put up a photo of Ademola Lookman
Bro.
and say,
KPI,
fantastic, you
KPI is
guys. Yeah,
serious. So you know what Nigeria can do to your KPI, your social media engagement. Ask them to
yeah.
go on records. Don't play.
Like
Yeah.
let me tell you, the only thing that is hindering this country is just the lack of economic growth. We don't have money to fuel our passion. We love football. Just imagine, you remember when at a time where all leagues had a pidgin English account. Like Nigeria
Yeah.
is a fun country to associate with. Just that we don't have the buying power.
Yeah,
That's the only
like
thing that's affecting us.
how can a club in Italy, in Rome,
Have we
yes,
teaching the
Roma,
pigeon.
have
Yeah.
A
have a
pidgin
pigeon
English
account?
account. That's to
It's
tell you the
crazy
level of it's crazy.
engagement.
Exactly.
If and I see why like people still come and invest, people still like create businesses in Nigeria. The
Yeah.
numbers are insane.
And
You
the
The
have
numbers,
social currency, alone, bro.
you have like
Nigeria's,
quote unquote 200 million, right? If you
yeah.
have a product that people can just buy for 50 naira every month or a subscription basis, people can buy for 100 naira. If 100 million people can buy your product
Bro,
every month for 50
you're
bucks,
big, you're out again.
do you get what it is? That's why
Yeah,
when
that's
people
true.
like when donation starts, right, and things like
Um,
that start, it's always a massive pour because
yeah.
you just have a lot of people.
Yeah.
Ayo, you remember when Dark Communications, owners of AIT and Raypower, when they went
Mhm.
bankrupt and
Yeah.
they begged all
Nigerians,
Nigerians to just donate 150 naira?
they pulled up,
Do you
man.
remember?
Yeah. I
They
remember
came back.
clearly now.
They came.
They
All
came
they
back
needed
on
to
here.
do was take the money, either go to the bank and donate it, or go to one of their outlets and they just asked. They said, each Nigerian, please just give
And
us
guess what?
150 naira.
This was not the era of you use your phone to send money. You got to
No,
you go waka go bank.
this was the era that there was no this era. This was the era where if you saved your money in a particular state, if you travel to another state, you couldn't access your money.
Yeah.
Damn.
Let me put in context, let me put in perspective, because I actually experienced this. This is pre Oceanic Bank. Oceanic Bank are the ones that started
Oceanic was the hotel now.
intercity.
Now then start that
In,
hotel,
yes,
yes, no.
they are the ones that started the intercity connection where you save your money in Lagos, you can access your money in Abuja. It wasn't happening for like retail banks, so right. I remember that time I had to use a bank called Trade Bank. Remember Trade Bank?
Mm-hmm.
I think
That was the minor bank now.
I think UBA eventually acquired them. Trade Bank was the only bank that could do it, and I remember going to meet that woman. Like my mom would have to go and drop the money. There was a Trade Bank in like Ikeja Allen area. They would go and donate. Like I said, donate. They would go and deposit the money there, right? And then I would have to wait like maybe 24 or 48 hours. Then I'll go to that place.
The money no
Then
dey clear once.
the money doesn't clear. This woman will have to. She will see me. I'll write down my account number and everything. Then she would call and it take a series of like I think one or two phone calls. The whole process used to last like 20 minutes or 30 minutes. Then she would call, then she would put it in the register and everything, then she would give me the money. This is the era where AIT said, please come and donate 150 naira.
Yeah.
And guess what? They came out of bankruptcy.
They are. I don't know here now.
You
You
know,
know
so
what?
what can you create? What can you do? What can you create? Like I don't know, Steve just said it. Like we need to we need to move out of we need to increase the GDP. We need to move out of a certain economic level, right? And have more earning power and more spending power. Because if
Yeah.
we do, bro, these creators we talked about in the earlier part of this podcast, they will
Yeah.
benefit so
Osagi,
much.
I want to
Because how
point
many
some.
people are watching the videos? 1 million videos
Mm-hmm.
That's
in the
true.
US, boom. You know how much you're earning. Bro, people are getting racking millions of views on YouTube, artists, different kind of people, or on Twitter or all these platforms. But the earning power is so low that they can't make any money off it.
Mm-hmm. You know what I want
I
to
should be
say?
able to do a subscription, right, and
Yeah.
blow in Nigeria and say it's just 10 naira.
Yeah.
And if I get every month 100,000 people to give me 10 naira as a young creator, 10 naira is nothing, right?
Yeah.
But you now start thinking, okay, like how do I get like the regular dojo to donate 10 naira when he doesn't even have a card? He doesn't have a MasterCard, he doesn't have a card, or he doesn't even have access to the internet to be able to spend the 10 naira. And then
Mm-hmm.
you start looking at all those wahala and the hula hoops you have to make
Yeah.
to get there.
You know what? Osagi, like what Steve said, our soft power, our cultural power is at its peak. Is at the highest level I've ever seen since they gave birth to me in Nigeria. If you can only get the political and economical side, just let's increase it. Just let's get it to that same level. Nigeria is going to be a problem in the world because it's going to be a problem in the world. That like we might be the first black world power because look at the influence we have in music, in movies,
Massive.
in sports, bro. It's insane in popular culture, in food, fashion, bro. Look at Emmys. Look at that the Nigerian actress that won. She has won three. That's a Nigerian. Simple as that. It's unheard of. But it's just that, unfortunately, as we are blessed with soft power, the guys who are meant to do the hard work for us, who are meant to do the politics and economy, are
They're
chilling.
doing soft work.
They are doing
They're
soft
doing
work.
soft work.
They're not doing hard work. They're doing soft work. So
Do you
it
know
is
how
what it is.
much CAF is excited that night Super Eagles are still in the tournament?
Bro,
Bro.
they know what it means now.
Bro, and the what's this person's country, Abumayang, Gabon. When Gabon hosted in 2017, Nigeria didn't qualify for 2017 AFCON,
Yeah.
right? And I was having a conversation with the CAF communication guy at that time. We were just gisting. I was like, man, bro, Nigeria is not here. Nigeria is not here. It's like
It's
the
not
attention level, like this, is another time low. You get like it's just there. It's just the same, like and even like something as simple as a group of Nigerians in a New York bar just watching an AFCON game, telling the guy that, oh, you don't have football here or something like it increases the awareness level of whatever you are doing in Africa. It's
Yeah,
just
fact.
just look at Afrobeat. Like Yahoo boys or drug dealers used to go to club and pay the DJ and say, see, the only thing we want to listen to in this club
it's
tonight
Nigerian musical.
is Nigerian music. And they'll start playing Nigerian music because you have to start playing Nigerian because they're the only ones popping in the club.
Yeah.
And that was how this thing started spreading. So like it's impossible. This country, come on now. And I just have one thing to say about this economical thing. Just give us lights. Once you give us lights,
Give us lights first.
everything
Yeah,
will
trust me.
everything will just start coming into place, because I can think about a million things like what that young people can do, but they can't do it because they have to start thinking about, oh, how do I afford the money for generator, or
Buy
for
petrol
fuel,
every
or for
day.
diesel, or for something like that. And now that fuel is so expensive, if people have lights, simple as something as simple as a barbing salon, it's a street side barbing salon, right? Is already an economic, like it increases a level economically, so there's so many things. And like I just said, the people who are supposed to do the hard work for us have failed us, and
Yeah,
it's unfortunate.
it is. Let's round up AFCON. Do you guys think so? We beat Cameroon in the second round. We're off to the quarterfinals. We'll be playing Angola. Do you guys think we can make it all the way to the finals?
First of all, we have to
um
beat Angola, and that's
let's
revenge.
at
Sorry.
least the semi-finals now is I think the semi-finals now is in this the path is clear for us now. Like, it's not really clear, but we've seen the path. So
Hmm.
let's get this business done first. Angola, very athletic side, but they don't really have a lot of quality compared to us. So let's deal with them first, right?
Bro, man, they were wilding in that last game. Oh.
Let's deal with them first, and let's see how it goes. But
Okay,
the
so the
final
winner
is, everybody
between
knows my expectations for this team.
the
So
winner between Angola and Nigeria will face the winners between who?
We don't know
I
yet
actually don't know.
because they have to
I
play the
actually
game
don't know.
today.
Okay, so we're the first, we're the second. Okay, so they
Team.
have to play the two games today for us to know
Okay, for us to know
which
who,
two teams
yeah,
are
the two teams,
are
yeah, yeah,
meeting
yeah, yeah.
that we will then face. Okay.
Yeah.
Face, that's true, that's true.
I
Yeah,
think
so yeah,
we have to
man.
beat Angola. First of all,
Okay.
revenge for that World Cup qualification in Kano. It still haunts me
Yeah.
till today. It
Man.
still
Which
haunts me.
that's the 2006 World Cup, right?
Yes.
Yes, yes, yes,
That
yes.
fucking free kick that Figaro has scored. I hate. So we have to beat them. That's my own. I think for Super Eagles, I've been impressed with. Obviously, Osimhen's work rate is unbelievable. But for me, the captain Ekong is a monster. When we scored yesterday, Cameroon had immediately almost scored. But Ekong, his tackle was that's Italian Serie A tackle. That's the shit that Paolo Maldini used to do back in the day. He
Yeah.
was knocking
Which
out
club does
crosses.
he play for again?
I can't remember. I don't.
Ekong is in Greece now.
Okay, yeah. That is a real super ego leader right there. That is a real super ego leader. This team plays haram football. This is the most ugly form of football Super Eagles I've played in my life. This is far from the attractive, sexy football the 90s guys used to do or the 2000 guys used to do. This is
Hmm.
basic. Make it hard to score against us. When we get a chance, we score. Simple as that. And that's what they've been able to do. And this is tournament football, and it has gotten us so far. Hopefully, we beat Angola. Then we get into the semis.
The Super Eagles remind me of how Greece played in 2004 Euro
Please don't
2004.
remind me. That's the most horrible competition ever of all time.
No, I don't think it was horrible. I think Greece
Bro,
just won. That's Ronaldo's first
yes,
competition
now
now.
you remember that was supposed to be the golden generation's chance to win. That was where they had
Yes,
Figo, Rui Costa.
yes. They
Ronaldo
lost in
was
the
just a
final.
small boy then. Ronaldo never went seven then.
No,
They gave him a
it was when 17 Figo was still went
yeah,
seven.
Figo still went seven, and they lost. They hosted that and they lost.
They lost in the
Crazy.
final.
Yeah,
They lost in
Yeah,
the
it was
finals.
crazy.
Greece beat them two times in the first game of the tournament
In
and in the
the
last game of the
opening,
what about
tournament.
that striker,
Yeah,
correct.
Mila Barosh? The ugliest.
No,
yeah.
no,
Was it
no.
Barosh?
For
No,
Greece,
Baros was in Czech. They
it
had
was
them. That guy from Bolton.
Paris
They
Paris
had
Tyres.
they
Yeah,
had the former. Yeah, that's
that
true.
guy
They
was
had the
Their
former
captain,
Manchester
Karagunis.
Caragonians.
that guy
Yeah,
was the ugliest
yeah,
striker.
that's true.
Scored ugly goals,
But
but just did the job.
was the former Manchester United winger, was he in that squad? I'm not sure.
What
He
Greece?
wasn't. Yes.
We didn't have a Greece player.
No, I'm talking about from Cantona days. Or was it Czech? No, you guys had. I'll
Poboski,
try and remember.
Are you talking
Is
about Poboski?
Poboski's
check.
was it Poboski a former man? Okay, it was Czech. I'm sorry, it was Czech.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, it was Czech. Yeah,
yeah. They balled in Euro '96, and
Everybody.
they
yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's true.
I
That's
saw
true. That's
Fegi
true.
Bam after the guy fluff
Yeah,
everyone.
man,
I'm
Greece,
not going
man.
to player.
Yeah, that's true.
yeah. So Steve, I was saying that we're playing haram football. I think it's just very efficient, and if
It's
this is
very
how we can play,
efficient. Yeah,
and I think they're
it's
getting better at this sort of play. The
game.
problem
Yeah,
is to feed Osimhen finally. I think that's
it's
like
a
the main
problem.
problem. I feel like
Should I tell you a problem?
Boniface
Should I tell you why it's a
started,
problem?
sorry, I feel like if Boniface started over Osimhen, which is not possible anyways,
Not
I
possible.
feel like Boniface kind of moves out of like the 18 more and can do like the run around and walk through to score. and play off. But like Osimhen is like a there are two different kind of strikers. Osimhen is the target guy. You have to get him the ball for him to score. Boniface will move out of the box 18 and can do a 1-2 with whoever is on the wing and then get back into this. Like
Yeah.
when I watch Boniface play at Leverkusen, he walks the ball more. They're just two different kind of strikers. I would have loved to see like Osimhen play for like 60 minutes and then bring Boniface in for like the last 30 minutes and see what he can do. I'm just
The
very
idea
very
was to
judge.
Yeah,
the
that's
idea
good
was to play them
solid.
together.
Yeah,
The idea
that's
was
the
to play
idea.
them together. It would have really worked. Yeah.
If
The
if
idea
they
was to play
played
them together.
Boniface and Victor
Take
Osimhen
us one of the
together,
wingers because you see the
oh
thing
my
that's
god.
happening right now is that the reason why we're not creating enough is just because we have a man short in midfield because we are playing five at the back, right? So what he wanted to do was that place that Moses Simon is playing, instead of having an outright winger there, you have another striker there who can be cutting in like Victor Boniface does, like you said, right? Will cut in and make runs and make space and make passes to Osimhen. So the
That would
reason
be
why we're not
crazy.
creating for Osimhen is we don't have enough body
Midfielders.
in midfield. See, when we advance a little, that's when Iwobi made that pass to the guy that crossed the ball. So
Calvin. Yeah.
the thing that happens is because we don't have enough man in midfield, it's on our wingers to really create, but they're not creating. That's the problem.
Yeah, they're
You
not.
know,
Now
yeah,
shout out
they're not.
to Alex Iwobi. I know I've been seeing a lot of
Yeah, people are
criticism
just
and
looking at the
critique.
moments.
Yeah,
Yeah,
looking at the moment, what
yeah.
Iwobi is doing in that midfield is a
It's not easy.
lot of
It's
work
not
because
easy.
he's playing with the guy who's playing six, and then keep
Yes,
carrying the
and
ball from
carrying
there.
the ball
And he's
is not
carrying the ball,
easy.
and he doesn't have anybody in the Ayo. Hold on, Ayo don't raise hand. He doesn't have anybody in the final third to play off with because they are the wingers. So he's
Thank
like
you.
left alone, and he has to do all that work, and he also has to defend. It's
Okay.
Yeah,
a lot of work he's doing. And you see the chance he got yesterday. What did he do? He fed the guy. I know that chance he got. You guys wanted him to take the ball and score. My guy has played 70 something minutes. He's tired. Like it's not
tired.
easy.
And
It's not easy.
the run he even made into the box. He don't tire, so he just couldn't bend his body
He
well to
couldn't.
take that shot.
Okay, we've
Easy.
heard
Couldn't.
the Wobby zone. How
You
about
see what
Seidu?
he was.
How about say that Seidu
Ah,
guy is
Seidu,
the
that's
worst
Seidu
left
guy.
back I've ever seen in a good Super Eagles jersey.
Seidu guy. He doesn't even make good decisions. That's the problem.
What?
You know.
Calvin Bassey just did one cross and it was a goal. One cross and it led to a goal. My guy was there running up and down since could not do anything. Nah,
Yeah, yeah,
that
yeah.
guy is a quick
Yeah,
link, oh, bro.
yeah, yeah,
But the
All
defense is
right,
solid.
then.
The defense is solid.
yeah. We don't concede chances. That's why I'm happy. That's something that makes me happy.
Okay, in other news, Lagos pastor Feyi Daniels gets life imprisonment. Um, gets life imprisonment for raping a church member. I think the first report I saw here, first of all, says bags life imprisonment, and someone then says, "Is this a Grammy or is this a Grammy nomination that you are bagging something?" Like, fam,
Gen Z no dey even
who they
know.
bag? Who
Gen Z no
bags
dey
life
even
imprisonment?
Gen Z no
Bagging
even know.
is bagging is something that is coveted, right? Something
Yeah.
that's yeah, it's not you can't use life imprisonment for bag.
Bro,
Well,
I've seen. I've
let me
seen.
check.
I've seen no, it's a normal terminology in Nigerian media. That's my point.
Yeah, like nascent democracy.
Yeah, let's check the meaning
Bag
of bag. When you say someone bag
verb,
something,
the verb, right?
bag
Yeah.
is something converted. You bag a contract, you bag an award, you bag a money opportunity, stuff like that.
Oh, so you think it's something that tends to be positive and
Yes, that's what
something.
I'm saying. Yeah, something that is coveted that is positive. That's what me I think. That's how I see it. You know.
Okay, I'm checking. I'm
Yeah.
checking. I can't even see. I can't even see anything that suggests. I think it's actually an informal verb because I'm checking dictionary.com and I don't see it as a verb here. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Like I
I
don't
think
see
it's
it.
informal.
I think it's informal.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, whether he has bagged it or not, he has
he's
been
going to he's going
sentenced.
to jail.
Homeboy is not. Well,
Don't
he has
drop
been
this.
sentenced to life imprisonment, right,
Yeah.
for raping a church member. Now,
On
I
time.
believe this pastor is the pastor who went viral, or his
False opinion.
prophecy
Yeah.
went viral around the period of the last election.
Oh, is that
Um,
him?
he, that's him.
That's him now.
Oh,
That's him.
wow.
He was the one that said that he saw Peter Obi crying, and
Well,
later on, Peter Obi will eventually emerge as the president of Nigeria after taking the incumbent to court. That was his prophecy.
well,
Um, well, I mean that hasn't happened so far.
so far.
But
He has
what we
7 more
know has
years.
happened is that he has 7 more years. He has life. So hey,
Mm. Hey,
you know,
Georgia, Paris Paso.
he's got a lifetime of
Yeah,
to think
of more
about
fake
more
prophecies.
prophecies. I don't know if he admitted because I didn't read the I didn't follow the court proceedings. I also didn't read any of the court filings. I don't know if he admitted
Guilt. No, no, no. He
the
didn't.
to the accusation. He didn't. I also
He
saw an
didn't.
interview where he responded to the accusation saying, that's not what
The
happened,
interview
etc,
with Trudy,
etc.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and all that. So, um, hey man, this is crazy. If the court can prove that this happened, first of all, I think we need to commiserate with the victim. I
Yeah,
think that's like the first thing. Someone got raped.
yeah,
I
yeah.
think everybody has moved on from that. And if you get multiple life sentences, right, you can't withdraw that physical harm that has been done to
Yeah.
that person, right?
Uh-huh.
So it doesn't go away just like that, right?
Yeah.
So our heartfelt condolences to the person or to the victim.
Hopefully,
Yeah. And the
hopefully.
second thing is, I think the broader story here for me is, how will I put it? Humans are humans, right? No matter the categorization of of humans and the titles and labels we give to people, yeah,
Yeah.
humans are susceptible to
Flesh and
being
blood.
humans,
Flesh and
which
blood.
is they are flawed, they will make mistakes, etc, etc, right? Which also means that we should apply the same logic when someone is like a so to say man was accused of the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Am I
Believe,
right?
Yeah,
believe
yeah,
that
yeah.
one of them is more promiscuous. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
so if you strip away all these titles and human, have like a mother, and then they say, oh, understand, humans are humans. Like take away all the titles and everything. Can somebody be destructive as well as they have been constructive in other?
Yeah.
Everything applies. I don't know like I can't give too much comments on this. All I can, yeah, it was this of the discretion of the judge. Samson just sent us the screenshot from opening of the body. It was there, right? That is,
They'll bury.
I
gentlemen.
think what this verdict tells me, what's the reason I love this verdict is because
Yes.
oftentimes we tell victims to always go and report to the police instead of coming on
Mm-hmm.
social media,
Yeah.
to kind of like raise issues, and there will be that how do I put it? What's the name of what? How do I put it? When they cancel people rights, it's not fair on both on on anybody because you don't know who's really guilty or not guilty. But taking this thing to the justice system where an investigation is done and a verdict like this is reached, it makes me so happy because there's a point of reference to say, oh, this is this. If you are raped and you go and do the right thing, you report to the authorities, this is what will happen. This is a pastor, this is an influential person. And getting this sort of judgment is something that I think will encourage victims to always go to the right channels because what you do is that when you cancel people on social media, they'll also go and move on with their life, especially if they are guilty. They can look,
Yeah.
someone who's guilty, the least worst thing that can happen to him is to be cancelled on Twitter. He will move on with his life. Do you
Mm-hmm.
understand? For someone who's guilty,
Yeah.
this is the right thing to do, and I'm so happy with this judgment, and I hope that victims can always take this line so that people will get punished. You know.
Absolutely. Absolutely. See, before now, right? I think there's this horrendous statistic or shocking, rather, not horrendous, shocking statistic of how many people have been convicted of rape and sentenced.
In
It
Nigeria.
is,
That's fake. I think that was
versus.
fake news.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Because in the last
Versus
five
the
years,
I
amount
think it
of.
was fake news too.
because in the last 5 years,
Uh,
I've been reading a lot of metro stories. there is hardly any month somebody is not sentenced to prison for assault, sexual assault, sodomy, rape. So that number is not. It just came out from thin air. I don't know who brought that number up.
It's not. I've
Okay.
never seen a link. A link
I've
to
never
that
seen a
number.
link. It's
Well,
like the
It's
thirty
like
percent,
yeah.
like
it's
thirty
like
percent paternity
the
fraud.
paternity fraud
30%.
story.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Shout out to shout out to our very creative reporters.
yeah.
Cre-
Mhm.
Creative, but yeah, like you said, Steve, and it's true, guys. If you go and do something as crazy as that, you will go to jail, and
Amen.
nobody will feel sorry for you.
No,
Yep.
nobody's
Your
feeling sorry
friends will
for
not
you.
feel sorry for you. I will not feel sorry for you. You cannot go against the consent of somebody. Do you
And
understand?
force
Like,
yourself.
guys, guys, and girls, it is absolutely ludicrous to feel that you can take advantage of someone when the person says no. Like, no matter the position of power you are in, no matter how honey you are, please do not joke around. Not even joke. Oh, I was even joking. Don't joke
No,
with it.
may no cross your mind. Make it no
Do you
cross your
understand?
mind.
Please do not take advantage of another human being by saying you want to have sexual intercourse or whatever with that person without that person's consent. It is assault. Forget, oh, in the news, but like we don't get to see it.
Yeah,
But I
there are
guess this,
many
yeah, I
stories like
guess we
this.
saw this because it was high profile,
Yeah, the
right?
high profile person. Yeah,
And that's, and what you then see is that there are a lot of cases that have happened, and people are going to revisit those cases. People are going to come out
yeah,
of the woodworks,
yeah.
right, and say, this what happened to me,
So
and,
so and so. Yeah.
XYZ.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Every person I've worked for that I delivered like creative service for, whether as a contractor or an employee. I want to say a big thank you to them, right? I was never owed. I think anybody I work for, I was never owed a salary. I got paid, whether when I worked at the record label or worked in any of the media houses. Um, and there were some very tight conditions or tight scenarios, but I wasn't owed. They probably don't get paid on a regular, like the how they get paid comes in like tranches or it's seasonal,
Yeah,
right? Depends on the work they are doing. You know this a lot, right?
yeah,
Because apart from your regular 9 to 5 job, you do other gigs,
yeah.
and you know how those gigs are. Is until deliver the product or
I
deliver the
get paid.
service, you get paid. You might have like some upfront. Upfront doesn't even
Yeah,
carry you through
yeah.
etc. There are some people that are not regular employees. All they do is deliver their creative services and get paid. I think it's important to always respect people like this at all
Mm-hmm.
times, especially when they are being owed. Like if they are being owed, please,
Pay them.
like pay. Do you
Don't
understand?
not make them work and now say you don't like their work, so they're not paying you. You're not
Pay.
going to pay them. Pay them. If you don't
You
like their work, pay them first. Then see there's not bother again. Just yeah,
like just pay. And if you owe, maybe there was an issue or whatever, this person comes back and says, "Hey man, you've not paid for XYZ. you know Generally, maybe you forgot, maybe the project wasn't delivered, and people kind of moved on, and this person comes back. I think first of all, like, communication is very key.
Yeah. You have
yeah.
to.
Communication,
Communication saves the
see, you
nation.
can't, you cannot, you said what communication does what,
Saves the nation.
and all that could have just been replaced with, what, I'm sorry, which I
Okay,
haven't
let's
heard,
rephrase it.
is
Let's rephrase it.
19.4 record called Noni, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm clear. Noni lies in sense, sound of music. Okay, I get it. But then he says he wants to, like, take an umbrella and use an umbrella on the album cover. And I'm like, what do you need an umbrella for the album cover? And I was like, Sound of Music now, like the whole Julie Andrews
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
album.
yeah.
Yeah, but I'm like, yeah, but Sam, I think that's Mary Poppins. She just acted in both movies.
Baba, now you know Mary
Do you
Poppins for
understand? Like,
everything.
so he kind of like, mistook which movie was, because Julie Andrews acted in Mary Poppins and Sound of Music, right? So
Mm-hmm.
he kind of jogged
Two shots in my mind anytime I talk about
blah, blah, blah. Okay, man, I got you locked down. I got the record. He starts playing beats, hip hop beats, boom, boom, bah, boom, bah. And Terry Rapman is like, yo,
Influence. I know that one for
yeah,
sure. Yeah.
no laptop. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
the street lingo that people
No
used to say,
street
Yahoo boy,
lingo.
no laptop.
Yeah.
But
But
the way
the
he now
concept
came
of
about it,
this is Yahoo name, the album title, and the album sync.
sync, yeah.
Because the
And also a
YPNL sync
reflection
with
of his
music.
present state. Do you
Thank you.
understand? Yeah.
So
You
after
know,
all the shit he had done, BGL, he now went back to say shit again. We're going back. We're not leaving the street.
like,
Yeah.
yeah. But now I'm on the streets, but I'm powerful. I'm not
Yeah.
T.
That is
I'm
From a
not
why.
god level.
That's why you listen to the first track with Pasuma. It was a
Yep.
declaration of Ogala.
Oganla.
I know Ongala in
Hey,
the street is boss,
Boss.
like
that's
final
true.
boss.
Organ
No,
boss,
no.
Organla.
Also,
Oh,
side note, this was the period that Olamide was having the #1 Afrobeat event in Nigeria. Olik.
Olik.
If you know do Olik,
Olamide
then
live in concert, shut down.
shut down.
It shut
Every
down.
artist
I
wanted
went
to be on
to
Olik.
I took my brother to Olik 3,
Mhm.
and my brother had an out of body experience
Yeah.
at Olik 3. First of all, there were 5,000. So Echo Hotel was the ground floor was filled up, like
Yeah,
packed, sardine packed. The first floor where everybody goes up, filled up. See,
fact.
there's one other place that's only like
Staff, I know that
um
place.
one up where only workers can get to.
Yeah,
That place was
staff.
filled up. I thought the place was going to come down. Olik 3, I went back and I had to write the review. If I see the review, we'll put it in the liner notes. You guys can go and read the review. Olik 3 was like it was amazing. So he would do all of that. And I remember he did Street OT, and I remember when he did Olik 4, like Echo Hotel Convention Hall could not
Don't hold
take
him again now. Could not
Olamide.
hold him
So he
again.
went to do it at Teslim Balogun, and
Yeah.
20,000 people, no, 10,000 people came. He did double. And I remember being there, right? And I was wild that this number of people can come and see an artist.
Olamide was a
Stadium
culture.
status. Yeah,
Yeah.
stadium status. Olamide did it. Stadium status. So shout out to Olamide. Then he does Street OT, and then he goes and does. Which album comes after Street OT?
Hey, your Mayweather.
Hey, Mayweather, that's your album now, Osagie.
Then he now goes and does In Your Mayweather.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
hear
it.
the name of the album.
Hey, your
Just
Mayweather
hear
is
the name
nice,
of
but
the
that's like his weakest link in discography.
No, In Your Mayweather is not the weakest link. The
Oh,
weakest
now
link.
Lagos.
Let
Oh,
them we go again.
it's
No,
where?
it's Lagos Now.
Yes, actually, it's Lagos Nawa. Lagos Nawa was
Lagos
another.
Summer was what time? What year?
2017.
Was the following one,
Oh,
Abi? Was it the following one?
Yeah, it was. No. Lagos Now is after The Glory.
Ah, the glory was not the
The
was not
Glory
the
was good.
capo. Was the capo
So
album?
yeah, Mayweather was like the Fuji album. That's the one that had "Don't Stop." Maybe you could tell them.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah,
one that
yeah,
had "Can I
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Finish?" Had "Say Something." All those records, right? Let me first tell you how good Street OT is. If you think Street OT is like hip hop, but
Yeah.
Street OT has Goons Me, right? Street OT has Story for the Gods.
What?
Yes, the same album has Goons Me and Story for the Gods. Then you can then start looking at Hood Rap, Yawa. You can look at 1999, Falila
Even the
Keton,
first track, Oganla,
Oganla, the
is
record
my
with Fino,
jam.
my circle.
Yeah. That's
Bang in
yeah,
my
yeah,
circle.
yeah, yeah.
My circle. Bang in my circle. Oh god. Fino was just gliding on that record. Then had Hustle Loyalty Respect. Then had this record. What's the name of the record? Hope say you they make money. Hope say you they
Oh,
make
Oh, they
money.
make money. Oh,
sorry.
Free up
more.
clients.
I saw
Free up
him perform
clients.
that at Industry Night. Reminis was even shouting first of all. Olamide was performing. Olamide now said, "Which song do you want me to perform?" Reminis just went for how this Quilox is. There's a top level.
Yeah.
Reminis just came out and shout, "President, prayer for clients, prayer for clients." Bro, when he started, see boys rapping.
Yes.
This
Now.
album was
Free
not
up
more than
clients.
3 weeks old. Boys were rapping this thing word for word.
Aboki. Hope say you they
They
make
get
money.
money. So say
Omo
you
Igbo. Hope say you they make money. Hope say.
forget. Allow
Then he
me
has, we up in the club. My nigga, we up in the club. Bow.
to.
Yeah, boy. My niggas. Everything. Give it to Olamide. Give it to Olamide. Then it has 100 to million.
Damn.
100 to
Yeah,
million.
to me.
And that's where this guy is
So
now.
Victor showed
Victor.
his ass on this album. Victor
No,
showed his
Victor showed
ass
his
on
ass.
this
So
album.
he rapped his ass off on this album.
Yeah, Victor showed his ass on this album. So they all showed their ass. So this album, I always describe Street OT as like Jay-Z's dynasty
Yeah.
because he
Yeah.
put everybody. It's like his album, but like he put everybody on the
He put
album. So
everybody
they
on.
all
Yeah.
Cash came through, B Banks, um, Chinko Ekun, Victor. Like he put everybody on tracks, and they all did very well. Pepe Nazi, and all that. So shout out to him. The Glory. Oh, you gotta love the Glory.
The
You
glory
gotta
is
love the
his
Glory.
444. Close. That's the only thing I can describe it as. That was
That's
his.
2020, right?
Yeah. No,
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 the
no.
Glory is 2016 after a Mayweather.
2016.
Okay. Sorry.
So the Glory is the one that has the record that we all like. What's the name of that record? We all like that record.
Oh, blow.
Oh, Blue.
Rapping his
Dun,
ass off on
Oh,
that.
bro.
Rapping his
dun,
ass off.
dun, dun, dun. You know, love baby Bombay. Your world's bigger than
Bigger than
Bombay.
Bombay.
Yeah, nah. So he has Oh Blue. He has Journey of a Thousand Miles, which I love. He has Letter to Millie.
Mm-hmm.
He has Pepper and Them Gang with Davoli.
Yeah, Oluwa no glory Joe. Yeah, he has that one too.
Yeah. He has Omowobe Anthem with Burner. He has Who You Help. Don't
Ah,
forget.
that's a song. Fuck it.
He has Who You Help. Like shout out to. He has. Oh my God, he has this record with Sosi called Grind.
Oh, that's a
Remember that
jam.
record, Grind?
It was advising niggas on that one, like, don't
That was
blow
a
all the
jam.
money now.
Yeah, that was a jam. That was a jam. The record with so he had all these records, right? And then he says, okay, all right, then let me give you guys Lagos Nawa. Lagos Nawa is a very commercial album.
Very, very.
Yeah,
I
very
think the only
commercial
song I
album.
liked on that one was the one with Timaya. I think that was the only song I liked on that album.
Then he's done with Lagos Nawa. It takes a breather. Mind you, everything we've been talking about, he's been dropping an album a year.
Yeah.
So it's Rhapsody 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017. Then he also dropped the Two Kings album. Don't forget.
Yeah, so that's two albums
That's
in
my
one.
album.
Yeah, he dropped the Two Kings album in the Ayo Mayweather year, 2015.
He
So
dropped a
like
YBN album
Olamide
now.
has
Later
then
on. 018.
later on they now drop. Yeah, he now drops the YBN album. So like Mans has just been grinding and throwing out albums back to
Minus
back to
minus
back.
feature minus features though.
Do you understand? Back to back to back. So 2017 he does that. 2018 he drops YBNL featuring Mafia Family in 2018, right?
Yeah.
That album, guess what? That's the album that gives birth to Fireboys. I'm getting jealous. I don't wanna
So
see you with any.
the
That's
story
the
I want to
album
tell
that
the
gives
story I want
birth
to
to
tell out Osagie in it. This is when Osagie dispatched me to Ilefe to go and cover something. And that was the
who, me,
yes,
like
now.
me, Osagi.
Yeah, yes, now.
What
Before,
I
who
dispatched
again?
you to where?
Ilefe to go and cover Oni of Ife's play something.
Onion
something.
FIFA now.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So that was the day the YBN album came out. So I was listening to it, right? And I was just hearing boys rapping. And I was just doing my own work. Then I heard, I'm getting. I was like, wait, what the fuck is this? I looked at Fireboy. I said, okay. I now listened to another song again, Fireboy. I said, whoever this Fireboy is, he's going to be the next big thing. And out of that collective is when I came out. And,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
You can also
The
what happened.
song, and this is where Olamide, like, he assembled another set of YBNL. The first set of YBNL guys had gone their way. So Kesh had gone his way, Pepenazi had gone his way, Chinko Ekun, Victor, everybody had gone their way. Dekunle Gold. Then he now assembled another set of
Street
YBNL
guys.
guys and all that, and the record dropped from there. So that's 2018. I love the name of the year. So far, Rhapsody, YBNL, Baddest Guy Valivet, Street OT, Ayo Mayweather, The Glory, Lagos Nawa. All so I think in terms of hip hop, he has like the best album titles. I
Yeah,
don't see anybody
yes.
taking it.
Yes. Too many good examples. Come on.
It is culturally relevant.
He has the
album
most impactful.
titles.
He has the most impactful. I would choose for title. I'll choose two shots. Oh no.
I think just in like, bro, you can't just,
No. Sorry, no.
this is cultural impact. Do you understand? Cultural
Yeah, in
impact.
the discography, there are one or two that's missing. There's one or two or three. But generally speaking, it's just too good. The album titles are just so good, too good.
Yeah.
You
Then
know,
in 2020, early 2020, he drops 999,
Yeah,
right?
experimental. He was working on some
Yeah,
things there.
yeah.
that's the one with
Then
the Mali record, right?
No, he dropped a rap
oh
EP, a total hard,
Okay,
just a
okay, okay,
rap
okay,
EP
okay.
before then.
yeah,
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's
999.
true. That's true. That's true. That's
He
true.
branded
Carpe
on that
Diem
EP,
is
Marshall.
Carpe Diem is actually a top
Carpe
Olamide
Diem.
album for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
know
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
Carpe Diem introduces us on a major scale to the new boys? All of them that came out, Bella,
Mm-hmm.
Oma, all of them. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
This is your time. You
Carpe
guys
Diem
rock it.
is Carpe Diem is a top five Olamide album for me.
Yeah,
Yeah. It is actually.
it is.
It is. It is.
He has Green Lights. He has the record with Omale. He has the record
Lodi.
with Bella. He has
Yeah.
the record with there's one other record I like.
Um, what's no this one now? This is what I sang this song.
Oh, Loading.
Loading.
Bad
Ah,
Loading.
loading. Killed that record. Killed
You
it.
know, he had about 5 to 6 songs there, all bang, 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 bang. And these were like, this is where Olamide went into like his Snoop Dogg mode. I'm not going to
Yeah.
rap that much. I'm just going to chill. I've
Snoop the,
rapped all the
the
rap I
fire,
can rap for
fire
you.
mode. Yeah.
Yeah. Then UI Scotty, which means I think it has something to do with like
Of course, it's like it's the biggest star in the constellation. That's the one I was like, no, bro. It's come back home. You're going too far. You spent too many times in Miami. Come back home. We need you back
yeah,
home. Thank you. Your love is not that deep. It's not that deep.
yeah. And then he drops on Ruli, which you know where he is now on Ruli.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's
shout
what
out
it
to
is
him.
now. Yeah. Shout out
He's
to him.
right
Yeah,
now. He's just like the short collar, the boss. So I don't have to do too much anymore, man.
yeah. So shout out to him. I don't see anybody with who
A
has a
better
better
album.
album title. Yeah, should we?
I don't
Am I?
think so. Nah.
If I might
Am I
continue with
no?
like the film theme, maybe he would have
Mm-hmm.
had. From the chairman, he just from that time. Ah,
Yeah, I don't like the album.
I like
No,
it.
we know.
I like it
Thank you.
now.
We know. Osage,
I
we
don't
know you
like the
don't like
album.
it, but we like it.
I know
And
that
I know
album.
why you people like it.
That
You
album
people
suffer
pick
for
one
man.
song. You people
Steve,
no.
Steve, Steve
Let me
can
tell
test with
everybody.
Babele. I play Babele every day.
Bad
Steve was
Let
tired.
me tell everybody.
Osage even said he was going to ban Bad Belle for the office one time because he was hating. You remember now? He said,
I
"People
said
stop
that.
doing this."
As I come this morning, I said, Steve, I'm playing Babele.
Bad Belle, Bad
It's,
Belle.
it's allowed.
Shout out to Multi Cakes.
I shout out to
Oh,
what's his name? This our guy now.
am I? Am I?
Bella.
With a lorry B forming with the aura.
Oh, for that line, I just, oh,
I recently watched the video about Belle, and everybody, everybody was in the video. Show them
yeah,
Camp, Black Magic.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was
I
like
had almost like
get arena
yeah,
now. Like, get arena the shooter.
yeah. Had
Yeah.
everybody in the video.
Shout out to
Everybody in
Millie.
the
Shout out to Millie too. Yeah, that's what I'm going to
Aura.
say.
Shout out
My
to
brother with the jam with Two Face. Like there's so come on, man. There's some records there now.
Yeah, he
You're
has
just a
some
hater.
bangers. He has some bangers.
you guys. When I say the album, and you guys want to then tell me how great the album is, you guys will mention only Bad Bella and Human Being, and then you guys go into a whole thing about Human Being.
Yeah,
Oh my
okay,
God,
move on,
Human
move
Being
on.
is
Let's
such a
move on.
record.
This,
Stan and Two Face did. Oh my God.
This
And I'm
record,
like,
this other record, the container, what's the name? It's not a
which
bad
one?
song.
Even
oh yeah.
Bullion Van.
in the bullion van.
Even the
Bullion
song
Van
with
is not a bad
Bullion van.
record.
even the song with
Oh,
Coca.
great.
Even the song with Coca is not
Even
a
the
bad
song with
song.
Coca is not the Coca record
The
is not a
song
bad
with
one.
Coca. Let me tell you something.
The song with
song
Sarkodie and Ice Prince. Sarkodie and Ice Prince is not a bad record.
No,
Yeah.
it's bro. I like. Do you see how the beats, the melody of the beat change at the end?
Yeah. Even
Can
sorry, we
you
are
remember the
forgetting one.
melody of the beat?
Sorry, we are forgetting one bad song. Sorry, we are forgetting one bad ass song. The song with Badu. Oh my lord!
Bado just took the hook now.
You know me. You know me.
Bado just took the hook. You
What
guys
the-
were just mesmerized with how he arranged the album. You guys
No.
were just
I
mesmerized
was
with Human
mesmerized
Being.
with the fact that
Oh my God, Human Being. Oh,
No.
I'm like, okay, which other records?
I was
The album?
mesmerized with the fact
Bro,
that
there's
he
so
also
many
brought in
fucking
multiple
fillers.
producers on the track. He had brought in
See,
multiple producers
he
on the track.
creates the album. I like
He creates the album.
story
Yeah.
and the concept around the album is bigger than the quality of the album. That's what I tried to tell you guys back then. But everybody just bewildered. Oh, look at how you arranged it.
Okay, let's
Opposite
move
of
on.
The other
Let's
one is
move
the
on from
opposite of the
Chapman.
one.
Let's move on from Chapman. What was the next one?
What was the name of the next album?
Yeah.
First of all, let's even talk about like the mixtape series. Legal Music 1, 2. Well, it's 1, 2, 3. But
It's already
yeah,
getting to music, so we get it already. Yeah, that one's no, that
yeah,
one no
that
hard.
That's dope. I like that. I respect that, and I see it, and it really works in terms of. Okay, so after the chairman, he dropped Rendezvous,
The alter
which was
record,
like,
the experimental alter record.
yeah, the
Which
Hotel
one?
album.
The mental health one.
No,
No, no,
the
no.
alter
That's
one.
Okay, the hotel on the one that's okay. That he
no.
was
This is
Odyssey.
moving with.
my
Yeah.
this is my favorite MI album. I think my favorite MI album is MI2 the movie, but a study on self worth, Young Denzel is a
Yeah,
very
that's a
very
good album.
very
Young Denzel is a
Good
good album.
album.
it's an album very close to my heart.
Yes. Might not have commercial potential, but very good album.
Yeah, of course, but it's a very good album.
I don't even
You know.
think it intended to have any commercial. I think
Yeah, at
this
that point,
album
that was his.
is
It was his very very personal bag era. So
yeah, it was his therapy session. If you
mhm.
haven't heard a study on self worth, Young Denzel, please go and listen to that album. That album is therapeutic. Like it's an amazing body of work that MI put a lot of work into. And for me, like every artist, should have like that body of work. Everybody says, "Oh my God, you really outdid yourself on this one." And I think a study of self worth. Everything has to do with like personalization of his life, him as a human being, him as an artist, the interludes with the therapy session he had,
Yeah,
with the lady, with the therapist. Amazing body of work, well arranged. Shout out to him. So I think yeah, it's not as great. I mean, the album title is not bad, but yeah, when looking at
Yeah, not
outstanding,
on that level. Not on the level we're talking about. Yeah.
not on the level, not on the level. So nobody can rival this. Should we go into like like pop people?
yeah, poor people or pop people.
Pop,
Pop
pop.
people.
Ah, I say poor people. Okay.
Yeah, I think the video comes to mind. The video for me from Pop.
Two Face was starting good
I
though.
love Two Face wasn't bad, but I love Two Face. I love Wizkid's own too because of also the themes of the albums. Superstar, we all know what Superstar was, right?
Yeah,
Like we all know
definitely.
what
Superstar is a
Superstar
great,
sweet
yeah,
is
Superstar
That's
is
a
a great
great, like
wonderful,
in
album.
terms
the
of the
wonderful.
timing, the
Yeah.
wonderful, Ayo, you don't understand. We didn't understand it, right? But Made in Lagos was a thematic album
You
that's
missed one. You missed
like
one.
complement Made in Lagos.
Sounds from the other side was another.
Sons of Rosa was not an album; it was an EP.
It was an album, my guy. It was an
It
album,
was an album.
full length
Oh, guys,
album.
are we?
Stars
Are
from the
we?
other side is a good album title if you look at it that way too.
It's a great album title, actually.
It's a
Yeah,
great album title.
it's
It's a
okay. I
great
don't say it's
no, no.
great. I say it's okay.
Don't think about you're thinking about the music.
Maybe I
You're thinking
am.
about how they performed.
Funny,
Don't think about the
I
title
like
and
the
what it
album.
meant.
I like the album a
Yeah,
lot. Yeah.
yeah.
Sounds from the Outside is a great album title.
It's a
Ayo
great
is a
album
great
title.
album title. His name is
Aya is
Ayo.
Yeah,
it's
it's
true.
not that the
It's true.
music. That was his like that
Just that
album.
Oh,
just
guys are
that
talking about eyeball title. I
Okay, let's
beg.
no,
move
when you
on.
when you talk about title, when you talk about album title, you see talk about how it fits into
Yeah.
the concept, like the music itself,
Yeah,
the
Ayo.
lyrics and the composition or
It's
something.
it's a
It didn't
great pun,
match,
right? It's his name,
but it
and it's
didn't
also a
match.
pun on like the word of the meaning of Ayo, which is joy.
Yeah.
You know, Made in
But
Lagos.
it didn't
Yeah,
match.
that's the big one.
Made in Lagos, and
Yeah,
It's a
he's
great
also
album
more,
title. You can't go
yeah.
wrong
more
when you
love,
say
less
Made in
ego.
Lagos.
More love, less ego wasn't also
Oh my
bad,
God,
and
It's not bad. It's not
I
actually
love
a bad. It's a very
at
strong album
all,
title. Very strong album
yeah,
title.
less ego. So yeah, man, I
Yeah.
think Whiskey gets it. Two Face also tried, Sha.
He was
Two Face
starting
tried,
good.
though.
He was starting good. Face to
Yeah, it was
face.
that.
Grass to grace. Like, yeah, let's
Yes.
go.
Oh, Two Face
Unstoppable.
Idibia.
Yeah, unstoppable. Yeah. That was the fourth one.
I think Two Face
Unstoppable
has like
international version.
really, really,
I
really
mean,
great
obviously, when I say
titles.
unstoppable, I mean both of them. I'm talking about the next.
Ascension.
No,
Ascension
no,
is
no.
nice.
Before Ascension, Away and Beyond.
Away and Beyond, sorry.
Away
That's
and
my
Beyond.
favorite album now.
Away and Beyond.
Yeah,
That's our
I
favorite.
like his.
Ah,
I like
man.
it face to face, which is
Mhm.
good. Like
It's a
face to
play.
face,
It's
grass
a
to
play on his.
grace.
It's a play on his name. Yeah, grass to grace.
Face to face means like here I am, me to you,
Face to
right?
face, and there's face
Yeah,
to face. Yeah,
yeah. Like face to face, like face me,
face me. Yeah.
right? Then face to face, like I'm here, let face to face,
Let's talk face to
personal
face.
album.
Yeah.
It's my and you know what? It's like solo body of work. You are now with me, so you are
Mm,
face to face, right? Then grass to grace, like okay, I've done the first one, I've made all this, I've gotten all this success and all this. I
yeah.
moved from
Grass to
grass to
grace.
grace.
Yeah.
Then the unstoppable, which is I like it. It's a great album title.
Very forceful. I like it. I like it.
Yeah. Then Away and Beyond, which like I've ascend. It's almost like I've Away and Beyond, right? I've moved
I
up.
don't
Then
move. I don't move.
a follow-up album called The Ascension is actually not bad.
It's not
We're not
bad.
talking about the music here.
Yeah,
Album,
unfortunately, it's just the title. We are good with.
yeah, album title is great. Then 2020 Warriors.
I
Warriors.
don't know about that one. I don't know anything about
I
the
have no.
fights. I know
I
anything
don't know
about
it's
the
in the
fights.
fights. I don't know the battles. I don't know the kind of battles in the fights.
Nah, beg.
Let's do the bunch.
Oh,
Hmm.
No long team.
I like
Love it.
I like the bunch. Now, as you see me, you will
Yeah,
collect. There's
I
no deep thinking, no long thing,
I love it. No long team. I
no
love
long
it.
thing. Yeah,
No long team. Which was his slang. He named it the album. Great. Run down, funk you up. I love it.
it was a
It's a
slang.
good one.
I'll
It's
run
a
you
good one
down.
On
too.
my run down,
Yeah,
I'll
on my
funk
run
you up.
down. Babel, on my run down.
He switched the fuck you up to funk you up. Run down, funk you up, which is I love the album cover. Oh my god,
Yeah,
Kelechi
yeah,
Amadiobi,
nice.
classic. The Entertainer, which
Mm.
is a do you know the meaning of the Entertainer? Do you know like the whole pun on it
What's the point?
with the album title? It's
Mm.
like the Terminator.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah, okay. I
You
get
know?
the
Yeah,
entertainer.
the Entertainer. Like this guy, I can give you 1 hour on stage, only me, the
Mm.
Entertainer. Like
Bangers
the
upon bangers on that.
Entertainer, I
I
entertain.
entertain
Classic. Then of course, West. I like the group album, The
the
Kingsmen.
Kingsmen. Not bad.
The band presents The Kingsmen.
That's actually a strong album title. I won't lie.
And if you look at what he was trying to do on The Kingsmen, like I if that thing clicked, the band had a vision. It didn't just click.
Now,
You know the band's vision on The Kingsmen?
it didn't click because Davido and Olamide said, nope, we'll go solo. Thank you.
The band presents The Kingsmen. So here's what happened. Mohit had broken up. What's his name? Don Jazzy had assembled the Mavens, right? Which like they were like basically like the Avengers. In one group you have Dr. Seed, Wande Cole, The Prince, and then he adds Tiwa Savage, who was a
Siwa
pop star doing her
Savage.
own thing, right? And the band is like, that's dope. I'm going to assemble, my own people as well, the Justice League. And then it starts to like, and the vision was mad because the vision originally was going to be him, K Switch, Olamide, Davido, J-Soul, Ikechukwu, Durella. That was the vision. I'm not sure if Ikechukwu was there. No, Ikechukwu was not there. But Ikechukwu was
Ikechukwu was
rolling
not
with
there.
him.
Because you got left.
Ikechukwu was rolling with him and everything. He was going to be like part of the whole consortium. But Durella was that was the vision. The vision didn't just work.
You know,
But
click again.
those were meant to be the king's men. Because man, that shit would have been crazy. That shit would have been crazy. Anyways, shout out to the bunch. I love the Kingsmen, Sha. DKM. And then he does Kingdom Come. I like it. Kingdom. So King Don't Come.
No,
Not
I don't
Kingdom
like
Come.
it.
Yeah.
Jay-Z don't do Kingdom
You don't
Come.
like
There's
it.
no, they don't, you don't
You
do.
don't like it.
You don't do.
You don't like it.
I don't
I like
like
the
it.
Mohit album name, Sha. Curriculum Vitae.
Yeah, that's the only one they had now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that. I like that. All right. So is that all? Wow. No, there's one person I'm going to give you guys.
Who?
One person. Her name is Bukola Elemide, aka Asha. So she drops this first album, self-titled. You can't go wrong with self-titled, have you?
That's the
Your name is
safest
Asha.
one. Okay, introducing Asha. Thank you.
Yeah, Asha. I love the name Beautiful Imperfection.
With the glasses,
It's
with
a
the cracks,
classic.
with the
Yeah,
cracks
with the
and
album
stuff.
cover.
Yeah,
Solid.
love
I
that.
love Bed of Stone.
Yeah, very
I
uncomfortable.
am sitting
Yeah,
on a bed of stone. Then I like Lucid. I didn't like the album. I like the
I
album
like
title.
Lucid. I like Lucid.
I don't like Lucid.
I like it too.
I think by Lucid. I think by Lucid. How like let me describe this right. I think like so Asha is like raw Asha. Beautiful Imperfection is like I have fine-tuned the music and like it's perfect.
Yeah,
Yeah.
If I were to go to represent Nigeria and they said, "Oh, this is the World Album Olympics. Pick one album that represents that you can put on the table and can match any album from any other country." I will be taking Beautiful Imperfection as the album. Let me just Do you understand? Like
Yeah.
Beautiful Imperfection is a classic. It is so flawless. It's it's it beats like it's so flawless. It supersedes Asha, which is like a flawless album.
Yeah.
You get like there's no record on like every record on the debut album is solid, no skips, right? Somehow, Beautiful Imperfection makes the debut album look like
I think 'cause she took it to another level. She just
fun.
elevated it. Yeah.
The writing, the production, everything on Beautiful Imperfection is perfect. Bed of Stone is dark.
Yeah, she was going through some shit
Like
back then. I don't understand.
Bed of Stone has Satan Be Gone. Bed of Stone has your Bed of Stone is a classic too. Like Bed of Stone is also flawless. It's dark. She
Better
like
Still is a
goes.
good album too.
She really goes into like a dark place in Bed of Stone, and she's singing from that place. What Lucid does for me is Lucid is
Which
like
one is Lucy? The one that came last?
no, Lucid is the one that is
No.
Murder in the USA.
Okay. I like the album.
So yeah, so Lucid is there, but Lucid doesn't strike you as much as Bed of Stone strikes you. So some parts are like high points, then some parts in Lucid are just you're asking yourself what is happening. But it's not bad. Like it's a great. I would say it's like a 4/5. You know, some people can argue that it's a 3.5. You see the last album,
God
five.
damn. Is it a 5? You like the album?
No, the name of the album is five. I'm not giving it a
It's
five.
five.
Okay.
I give it a two.
From the title, I already know that she couldn't bother. Like, I don't give a fuck anymore. Like, bro.
Do you understand? Like the last album, five. There are some parts on this album where she's tired of singing. Like I'm
I
listening
think,
to this album. I was listening to this
Which
album.
one they
I'm
have?
like,
Was it five that had the whiskey record?
yes.
yeah. She just falls flat on the album. It's like she
No,
gave up and said, you know what,
what
I'm just
happened?
going to.
Asha was always on the crest of, oh, I'm that niche girl, I'm everything. There's
Yeah.
some, at one point, Nigerian music just changed. She woke up and just saw that, oh, more, the game is fucking different. How do I catch up? You can see that for the first time, she's thinking of, how do I catch up? And it caught her. She was trying purposely to make hits. It was obvious that she was going out to
Bro,
go and make hits, and it didn't work.
and I'm listening to the album and I'm like, what's she doing? Why is she singing like this?
But
Like, what's up with you?
from that first single,
First of
that
all,
to me, was,
she drops a record with P Prime. What's the name of the record? It's called Mayana.
the one that Ward
And I
wrote
listened to
is terrible.
the record and I'm like, what the fuck's like what?
So she
Like,
wanted to
like,
use pop singers to now write her own folk music. It could not work, my guy. It's not going to work.
and
I think she
I'm
just
like,
lacked creativity. She lacked creativity on that last album.
that last album was really bad. I was let down.
Bro, it tanked.
Then if
Tanked.
you know the problem again, it tanks now. The problem with the last album was she also wasn't speaking her truth on the album.
Yes,
Asha
when you want to do
was
pop
from a
music, yeah. She was trying to impress people that I can do it now. And it's crazy. But she's coming back though.
Yeah.
She dropped a teaser. She's coming back.
Yeah, she's gearing up for another album. I'm excited about
Of course,
it.
it's
And I hope
Asha.
she
You have to be
really does-
excited now. The queen
Yeah,
of folk
but I
music.
just hope I hope she like pushes out like all this pop shit and just does her
You
own
see,
thing.
if I see any popular person, any of our station, I'm like, no. I don't want to see any known artist or known producer. Just give Asha a guitar, a piano, and let her sing. Please. That's all we need.
And I think the folklore music she makes is amazing. Like Ayo was such an amazing record. So if you don't want to make like man, just do your thing, Asha. I have
Oh my,
the
Ayo is a jam. Oh.
Bro. You've
Asha,
never been to an Asha concert. You never enjoy. You never enjoy music.
Yeah.
You never enjoy
yeah,
music.
you have to go to an Asha concert. The first Asha concert I went to, I was praying that she would perform some B-side records, and she did. And I stood up and you see how I was singing like a baby.
Was it a Echo Hotel one?
Yeah, the first Echo Hotel one.
Okay. I later went for another Echo Hotel one where she killed it also.
Yeah, the second one, I also went for that one. Shout out to Asha. Also like an amazing artist. All right, man, let's keep it moving. Iyanya was one that
The real
took us
dust.
here with the sixth wave. And I mean, we already had Asha as a
Yeah,
topic
I
here.
just said going into a sharp.
Okay, Segway King.
Hey, Podfather.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm definitely. I want Asha and Brimo to do a record. Well, maybe not
Bro,
Brimo.
there's something that we don't know about that relationship because it looks like the most obvious link up ever and it has not happened. So there's
Yeah.
something, there's a story
There was a
behind
point
it.
when Yeah, there was a point where I think by this time, Brimo had dropped like maybe Tabula Rasa, and I was
Yeah,
like, there was a point where we're like matching them for discography,
discography.
like
Yeah,
we're on the same level. Then at some point, I think Brimo like eclipsed Asha in terms of discography.
without the work rate, he was insane.
Yes, work rate, because bro, like you know what? Talking about album titles, that's somebody to talk about. Brimo.
I know Bram is mad, man.
Remember when we did a podcast where did we go and do that podcast? At Freedom
Um,
Park.
Freedom
Freedom
Park,
Park.
something radio,
That's the radio. It's a
Africa
rest radio station.
satellite
Or
radio station.
satellite radio. Sorry.
Yeah.
That was the prototype for Music in Time.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was
Basically,
nice.
that's what it was. We
That was
discussed
nice.
we
So,
dis we
We discussed
discussed.
the
Yeah,
discography.
yeah,
Yeah.
I
we
wish we
played the
could get the
music.
recording.
We played the music. We talk about it.
Yeah,
Was crazy.
was good. Okay, Brimstone, the name of the first album, 2007, right? Brimstone. I like it. Simple,
It's
straight
cool.
to the point.
It's cool.
Brimo. I like it. The Son of a Carpenter. I love it.
I like it. Yeah,
Very
I love it.
very rustic. Very down to earth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Lower class.
Reflects
yeah.
the
Reflects what kind
yeah
of artist he is.
reflects who he was at that time, because yeah, this is
Son
someone
of a
signed to a
Carpenter.
label. This is his first album on a label. It's like a moment for him. Son of a carpenter.
It's a grass
Awesome.
to grace story.
Yep,
This is
yep,
who I
yep,
am.
yep, yep.
I'm
Yeah.
just the son of a carpenter.
Mhm.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
The third album, which is my favorite, Merchants, Dealers,
Dealers.
and Slaves.
Oh my
This is the
lord.
album after he breaks up with his record label.
Yeah.
Osagie.
I remember
How
when
does it?
Larry Lawal was
Yeah.
managing him. I wrote Larry Lawal and said, I think I even called him or I wrote him, I can't remember. I said there needs to be a whole play that can be done on this album, like a theater play
Mm-hmm.
where a musical, thank you, a musical that can be done so they can tell the story. I wrote a script in my head to this Merchant Dealers and Slaves. The story of a guy who comes from out of town, from the village, and comes into the city, right? And experience, this is a short version of the story, and experiences. He comes from a small town, comes into the city, right? And has to sign a deal with the devil to experience success. He signs the deal with the devil, there's no problem. He experiences this success in terms of success with his music, success with women, and then he hits a point where he has to then deal with the devil and they fulfill his own role in the devil and he doesn't want to, and he hits rock bottom. And through this whole story, there are different tracks on the album that can match the different scenarios. This album is truly a classic. We've done a music in time breakdown of this. Ayo and I, we're going to put it
Bro.
in the show notes.
One of the
Ayo and I had fun recording this episode of a music in time because it was just flowing. We were just flowing. I think this is when we had fun the most. It was so
guy.
good. We were just great. Boom, 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 boom. You know, merchants, dealers, and slaves. Merchants, right, are the so-called. Nah, this guy finished it. Merchants are
Yeah.
like the top dogs. The dealers are the people below the merchants that initiate and
Middlemen.
ensure that the system keeps going, right? And the slaves are the unsuspecting people who come into these deals. It is such a classic. This is Brimo at one of his peaks. All right, so we leave 2013. It goes into, and this, by the way, is back to back. So, Son of Carpenter 2012, Merchant Dealer and Slave 2013. 2014, he then gives us Tabula Rasa.
Clean one.
Bro,
Clean slate.
what an album title. What an album title. 2016, 2 years later, he gives us another Clitoris.
That one got Twitter buzzing. That day
What an album title.
he got Twitter buzzing, man.
Then 2 years later, he gives us Osho, right? Which is like
With
the ego, right?
wizard, an evil wizard or
the,
something like that.
oh, the wizard, okay.
I don't know which I can't remember.
Then 2 years later, Yellow. Ha, God. Then a year later, he gives us the double album, 9 Esson, and then 9
Esson.
Amatana and Wita.
Yeah.
Esson is like, Esson is like, then he gives us Tita in 2012. Then in 2013, he gives us Mansa. And then
2013 or
late
2023.
2023 rather. 2022 is Tita, 2023 is Mansa, and I think late 2023 is Makabe.
Yeah.
Man, Then don't forget the 2022 album with AQ, Ethos.
It was no, but Brimo they try. They try.
That one they try you. I just dey look this thing now. More.
No, in terms of
Damn.
Rimo has like a healthy discography.
Very, very now, of
Def.
course now.
Def.
Healthy
In terms
discography.
of folk
Shout out
music,
to
I don't
Rimo.
think anybody in the last 5 to 7 years has been more important than him. I don't think so.
Yeah, yeah. Nobody's
No,
touching him.
no one's touching
Nobody's
him.
touching him.
And Matcha Dealers Are Slaves is up there with quintessential classics like
Beautiful.
Face to Face, Asha, like those albums
Yeah,
that okay, we are from Nigeria, want to show you what we have. You have to put MD and S there. It's no brainer.
yeah. Like records like Echo.
Oh, Purple
Like, how
Jar,
do you write like? How do you
Purple
write
Jar.
Purple Jar? How do you write like that?
Popo Jai is my favorite song from that album.
You know what came me on Merchant Dealers and Slaves the track?
Memories. Yeah.
He'll perform halfway into the track, he just stop, boof, done. Next track. I'm like, God,
After the chorus, and after the chorus, he cut it. After the
bro,
album dropped, he now dropped the
the
elongated
full
version.
length, yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Merchants, dealers, and slaves.
I heard that album.
Echo
I
is,
know that album.
Echo is crazy.
That album dropped when we were doing Tumba music in Nigeria. Fast pace.
Yeah.
The chorus has to be crazy. Lyrics nonsense. And this guy dropped something. Oh, I'm like, God. No, fam,
Yeah.
this is music.
I respect artists who do stuff like that.
He just went
You know, one person
against
who
the
also
grain.
dropped an album when everything was fast paced.
Oh,
Bears, Super Son.
Bez is a Bez has to be in that folk story. A lot of people don't. Yeah, a lot of people don't. Remember him.
That debut album, Bears.
Debut album and the second album, Seth Abi. I think
Then
Now,
that gave us a classic rap record with the remix.
that's Steve's song. Every time you
Bro,
talk about Bez,
LD.
Steve always talk about that song.
More the rap still. Bro, Ice Prince and LD on that record. Bro, Ice Prince, you don't say Ice Prince rap like that though. Damn.
Bears was nasty on that record. That whole
Bro.
album. Shout out to Cobams. That whole
Kobizo.
album. Nah, come on, man. No, I need to give it to him.
I did the rap. Oh. I just remember. I can't get my mind off that thing
A
again.
joke. One of one.
God.
One of one.
I have a dream that someday I'll be the super sun, will be the super sun. I have a dream that someday I'll be the super sun, will be the super sun. Close your eyes.
Picture me up in the fast car, speed past, thought I'd never make it that far. Back then was only gunning for the high bar, but I surpassed that cause Allahu Akbar. Was dreaming about a moment when things would change. 10,000 in the stadium screaming my name. 10 milli back at home when they see me live. The orgasm I give them, I ain't trying to deprive. I tell them I ain't even close to my peak yet. There's so much more in store, you ain't peeped yet. Sometimes I count sheep, but I ain't sleep yet. Sowing a lot of seeds, still we ain't reached yet. Yeah, we started off just miming. To elevate and celebrate is super rhyming. Galactic thoughts are coming in alignment. Connect with the super mind state that I'm in.
I have a dream that someday I'll be the super sun, will be the super sun. I have a dream that someday I'll be the super sun, will be the super sun. Take a bow.
See, I'm way above the cloud, I'm the spaceman. I didn't rule over and I ain't talking Jason. Everything I touch, I turn it out amazing. They push me to the wall, forget that I'm the mason. I speed it on a jazz beat and make the joint hard. Was underground, now I'm back just like the point guard. My ship sails, I ain't coming down the boat. When they say I ain't the best, they just running out of jokes. So put your ears down and make your shoulder listen. I'm bigger than the stars, I'm like the solar system. I'm at the front row, I'm in my pole position. I get congratulations even when the words are missing. Super sun, me, bigger money monthly. Stronger than the concrete, dirty like your armpit. I'm out of this world, my friends aliens. I'm so bright, more colors than chameleons.
I have a dream that someday
I know we should be playing Eva's version, but I just want to say something. What a verse from Ice Prince, my God.
Bro.
Did you see
I
what
say, I never,
And Shaq
I've never heard
Zamani.
him.
Handshake Zamani.
What a verse from Ice Prince. LD did
Bro.
his thing. OG. Do you
No,
understand?
no, no.
Like
He did this thing.
10
He did
over
this
10.
thing.
Ice
Bro.
Prince. What a verse.
God
Wait,
damn.
there's something he said. It didn't, oh God. There's something he said in the first 4 bars. Nah, come on. No, 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 no. I'm going to take it back. I'm sorry. No, hold on.
Nah, Ice Prince is crazy now.
What? Ice? Nah, hold on. I'm going to look for it. I found it. I found the lyrics. I'm going to read out the whole damn fucking thing. Hold on. It says, close your eyes, picture me in a fast car. Is that Ice Prince, right? That's Ice Prince now. Close your eyes, picture me in a fast car. Speed past thoughts that will never make it that far. Back then was only gunning for the high bar, but I surpassed. No, this is LD. Is this LD? That's LD. I found it, guys. See, I'm way above the cloud. I'm the spaceman. Aderulo, I ain't talking Jason. Derulo,
Yes, no.
Jason. Everything I touched, it turned out amazing. They pushed me to the wall. Forgot that I'm the mason. A mason builds
The
walls.
wall.
Builds the wall and then the bricklayers now. Yeah,
You
yeah, yeah,
understand?
yeah.
Like,
I
everybody
built the
loves
wall.
Ice
Forgot
Prince.
I'm the mason.
Handshake.
I built the wall. You understand?
I built it. You're pushing me to it. Come on, man.
I speed it on the jazz beats. I make the joint hard. Was on the ground, now I'm back. I'm like the point guard. My ship sails. I ain't coming down the pole. When they say I ain't the best, niggas running out of
I'm running
joke.
out of jokes.
Put on your heads. Put down your heads. Make the joint listen. Make your shoulder listen. I'm bigger than the stars.
Beginning the
I'm like
stars,
the
just like
solar
the solar
system.
system. Yeah.
I'm at the front row. I'm in my ball position. I get congratulations even when the words are missing. Super son, me's bigger than money monthly, stronger than the concrete, dirty like your armpit.
And Pete.
I like the flow, the way he flowed. Oh god, no, no, no,
Yeah.
no. Okay,
Handshake, my
guys,
nigga.
let me ask Steve. This verse versus Ice Prince verse on Molo Noni, Sam Clef.
Oh, fuck.
Hmm.
Or,
That verse made Ice Prince. I hope you know.
or Ice Prince on Fuck You, MI. Illegal music too.
No, no, no. Fuck you is the number one. Don't worry. Fuck you is number one.
Or Ice Prince
I'll
on
raise
Chuck Boys.
on Nobody Wants to Die.
Nobody wants to die.
Somebody wants to die, rather.
Somebody wants
Somebody
to
wants
die.
to die.
Somebody wants to
Ice Prince
die.
has this knack of creating some monster 18s.
Also,
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Ice
yeah,
Prince
yeah.
on Nobody Test Me.
But that, yeah, didn't you have the best verse on that one? I don't think we agree with that. You had the
They
best
could
verse
always
on
give
that.
it to MI because MI will say, man, soak like Gary, but Ice Prince took the first verse. He said they try to block the sun. They try to block
No, no,
they
no.
try to
Which
block
one
the
is
window, but the sun grows through the slithers. Oh
Alaba?
god. Something you
Boom
can check me on
shakalaka.
Twitter.
That's Somebody Wants to Die.
That's Somebody Wants to Die. Emma has the
Yeah.
best best. No worry, no worry.
My microphone. Boom shakala in Alaba.
But- I can't rank this verses, so
But
I'll have to
no,
think about it again.
I don't play the piano, but I'm always on key. Fuck, I'm like, fuck
I don't
it.
play the
Yeah,
piano,
yeah,
but
yeah,
I'm
Fuck
always
yeah.
on
it.
key.
Why?
Let me go and look for that record. You guys want to turn this into
Please, if you are listening to this, give Ice Prince his flowers. Just tag Ice Prince when you listen to this. Because
In don't try, in don't
people
try.
don't
Please
respect
don't
goat.
try.
You don't respect one of the goats. Because that nigga had the game in the chokehold.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go to Ice Prince verse.
I know you must have heard about Ice Prince. Some clip, what it do? Ice Prince. Listen, no need. Why these girls frontin' on me? Why they try to put the evil spirit on me? I'm still upcoming, but I'm getting more need. And next year my skies is gonna be Sony. Ice Prince. I know you must have heard about me. I don't play piano, but I'm always on key. I always change there, but I ride automatically. They compare me with the greatest, so really me, I agree. I'm a big ass
problem. Industry government. I flow with intellect and got the hood like a Robin. I'm sitting on the hilltop. A lot has been expected. Now I'm getting salutes from the rappers I respected. Now I'm smiling to the bank, freestyling with the gang, still flying with the band. And if you listen close, the record is on demand. I don't listen to this hater talk. I'm trying to build a brand like it's me and my all me. I be on every track and nobody can run me. Oh, they shit is rappers, nobody can harm me. What more can I say? My Jehovah Nani.
And also another thing that annoys me Afrobeats these days is that I don't think I'm seeing enough collaboration, a lot of cultural collaborations. But
Afrobeat
this
hip
is
hop,
because
right?
this is the Prince, this is Ice Prince, and this is Whiskey. Do you
Yeah.
guys understand what's happening here?
Bro, the Prince's
Like
verse.
I'm not getting it.
Prince's
You
verse
know, so
underrated, but it's mad.
This is
yeah,
bro, this
this is,
song, this is a Afrobeat ever. This is like a top 50.
yeah,
It makes a top 20.
I think
I don't know.
I think it's one of the
yeah.
top.
It's a
It's up
moment.
there.
It's one of the top
It's a
posse cuts
moment.
of Afrobeats. That one of
Yeah,
where
yeah, yeah,
it
yeah.
comes together to just drop a monster record. This has to
Let's
be one
just
of
do
them.
it. Yeah,
This
You
has
know
to
what's
be
yeah.
one of
crazy
them.
It
about
is
this record? You know what's crazy? Sam Clair doesn't even have a verse.
at all.
He just takes the hook. He does.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This song, bro. When Ice Prince did his, let me tell you how big Ice Prince is. You guys want to shit on Ice Prince now? You want to say blah blah blah? Ice Prince had his album launch at Echo Hotel.
Yeah.
It's
that
not
was
a
my
joke.
first. That was my first. That was my
You were
first
there.
official. That's my first official. Yes, now that's my first official assignment as a journalist ever. Like
Bro, I
in
was there now.
Lagos. Let me put it that way.
Made my way
Yeah.
into the VIP.
Yep.
Bro, at the height of the performance, right? Everything is going well. He now brings out Sam Clef and they perform Olowo. Wiz is on stage, the
Yeah.
Prince is on stage. Bro, this was the first time, or one of the first times in my eyes, these guys look like superstars.
Yeah.
When they were
They
performing
had a
this very
superstar
song,
feeling. Yeah.
my God, Ice Prince's fit was crazy. The Prince
He
came on
has always
stage,
been
Wiz
a
was on
mad
stage.
dresser.
This was like me watching Swagger Like Us.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, that was the
On
moment.
Grammys.
He took
Yeah.
that.
Do you
It's the
understand?
moment.
That's how it was for
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
Sam Clef, everybody went mad. And the song is such a jam. It's a DJ Khaled kind of,
Yeah.
record.
Yeah.
It's
It
like
has that
all I do
bounce.
is
Yeah.
win. And man, this is some great moments I witnessed in person, and I'm very, very grateful to have witnessed those moments in person. I hope, are these moments still happening? Or is everything just happening on social media now? Or am I just sounding like old?
Goes for the events, you see it soon now.
Okay. All right.
If you say so. If you say so.
I'm a bit optimistic.
I haven't seen any event bang like the Sound Sultan event or at
don't
Harbour
shit-
Points. I'm
Don't shit
just
on the
saying.
young. Don't shit on the young. Don't shit on the young. Give the younger an opportunity.
I will never shit on the young, right? Because
The Sound Sultan event is still the best produced concert I've ever attended in Afrobeat history. Best produced. That's what I'll say. Like the production on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. The production on that Sound Sultan's concert at Harbour Point, it has never left my mind. The
production was class.
the stage artistry, the direction, the creative direction on stage that day, like it was like a movie.
It was a movie we
come
watched.
on, man.
I think anything
Bro.
that beats it, comes close or beats it, is Darius Love Like a Movie.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Dari too.
I didn't.
Which one? The
I
Kenny
didn't
Roland
go.
one or the Kim Kardashian one?
The Love Like a Movie 1 was great. Love Like a Movie 2
Yeah.
was also
2 was Kelly Rowland.
Yeah, 2 was Kelly Rowland.
That's the one I attended. I didn't go for
Two
one.
had the problem.
Two.
Yeah.
Yeah, you joined us back. 2 was Kelly Rowland.
Yeah.
I
didn't attend one.
My
I
brother,
attended. One was Kim now, Abi.
yes,
No.
one was Kim now.
Kim won.
One was Kim.
One was Kim.
Yeah,
2
one
was
was
Kelly
Kim.
Rowland.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Kelly Rowland,
correct.
yeah.
Yeah, I attended the 2 then. I saw
I think
Kim.
3
attended
was
the 2. I attended
Sierra
the 2,
also.
Yeah, I didn't go for that one.
Yeah, maybe I
I
can't
didn't go
remember.
for that one.
Yeah.
I went for that one. Bro, there was one where they were performing Boys to Men. It was Dare, Praise, Banky, and somebody. The thing was pick around. People wanted to die that day.
I think that was
Like,
2. I think that was 2.
That was 2.
That was 2.
That was 2.
Yeah.
at the it was at a cool hotel, but not at
It was
the
at the
not
grounds. It
indoors.
was at
It
the
was
parking
outside. It
It
was
ground.
at
was
the ground.
outside. Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
where it
Yes,
came from a crane up. Yeah.
yes.
I have a TB story from that day.
God bless you. God bless you.
Yeah,
Bro, man. So yeah, I think I want to see more. Like I'm experiencing stuff. Stuff is great, but I would also be very from footage I see. I don't
it
see
doesn't it
that.
No,
doesn't look
so
it does
what has
I
happened
don't
is
see
from footage. It
performance.
doesn't look great.
so
I
events
Yeah,
I
it
don't
have
see
doesn't.
performance.
events have dwindled, like in terms of quality. It doesn't all those.
Yeah,
I know back then we still had the Star Mega Jams, everything. So the touring and concert industry was still packed. Now guys are living on
Mm,
scraps for December, so they're just doing bare bone productions. At the end of the day, nobody really showing up and showing out like before. So just put your
mm,
stage, put speakers, put monitors, DJ, lights, fire. Let's go, and we are good. In 5 hours we are done. 5 hours we are done. So those kind of grand concepts, you don't see them anymore, really.
mm, mm. Anyways, man, I'm
yeah.
just glad I got to enjoy those
Experience.
primal
Yeah,
concerts.
Yeah.
you
Brimo.
know,
Brimo 2 is another out of body
yeah,
experience. Asha,
yeah.
Bez. I remember that Bez concert when he broke his guitar at
The
the end.
guitar
Also,
Osagie,
broke
you
the
were
guitar.
there.
Yes, no. I was attending every damn thing then now. Bro, I used to have my laptop in a hotel at the bar and I was writing, I used to do live
Yeah,
blogging of concerts.
of events. Yes, true,
Live
true,
blogging.
true.
Shout out to Victor
I
Obot
didn't see you at the best
for
events.
shout out to Victor Obot and Kelechi. They would be
Yeah,
sending me photos. Like we at
photos,
some point we then got the gadget where you take the pictures and it was uploading directly
uploading from directly from the
to
camera.
Dropbox.
Yeah,
Yes. And
yeah. I
so I
remember. I
was
remember.
and we were doing like the live blogging that
I knew. Say I want people to attend the event, and as they get home, they're seeing themselves on the red carpet.
bro,
Yeah,
if we go back, let me explain how it was at the hotel. Any event, right? By the time we get back to the office, everything has to be up. So I
yeah.
literally will write the review and everything,
and
like
they
do
don't
the
burn
news
you well.
story. Then I
And they
can go
don't
and do
burn
the
you well.
review. Yeah, you are dead if you get back to
Yeah, dead.
like
See, when I used to
you're
go to
Can't
dead.
get to the
events,
office. No
see,
reason.
when I used to
Yeah,
go to the events, I'm already writing the story in my brain. I already know paragraph
Yeah.
one,
So when you're
paragraph
putting
two.
it on pen,
So but when I put it on pen,
yeah,
it's done. Yeah,
it's done.
yeah.
it's done.
You get the worst one that can ever happen to you is that your publisher wakes up in the morning and the story is not out. You are dead. That one don't even
Uh,
like
you were
recent.
explaining.
The thing happened.
You were
The thing
explaining.
happened to me. The thing happened to me this morning. The thing happened to me. I saw a story, Super Eagles, a review of the game yesterday.
Yeah.
I saw it. I saw it on social media this morning, and I opened it, and it was just published about like 10 minutes ago. I
You're
just started
dead.
laughing.
You're dead. You're dead.
I just started
It's
laughing.
like
Bro,
the
it's not
bell.
even possible. You attend an event at night, right?
Uh,
And the story is not up by morning. You're like
yeah,
just you know what?
And it's not only
That
the
month's
story. Oh.
salary, yeah,
I just started
It's
like
not
just
the
know
story.
it's not
Oh.
only the story,
The
the
spin-off.
reactions, the review,
Spin-offs.
my
You heard
brother.
them.
spin-off,
You heard
There's
them.
no sleep.
There's no sleep
You will
now.
do review, you do reaction,
sleep killing.
you will do this news story, a basic news
Yep.
story.
Five
The
talking
event will tell
points.
that
Five talking
just
points.
spin-offs up and down. Then gallery of photos.
That's why you are the photo editor now. You go use what's that? There was this app back then on laptops, not Canva. The one that could just edit multiple. Google had it before. Google something.
You just edit everything, put everything
Yeah.
in one side,
Fra.
and then do the watermark at the same
What I
time.
want? Yeah, I forget about that app.
That's true. Google had that app.
Google don't
Is it
kill him now.
photo?
It's something C.
Is
It's
it photo?
Google. There was I remember I remember
I
it.
used,
They stopped it.
I can't remember.
as recent as 2 years, 3 years ago, I was using it. Oh.
Everything will be there. You put everything, put the watermark,
Everything,
you
yeah.
resize, cut everything to the accurate size. Just upload. Whether you're uploading in Gala and number one, and you have to give it to Bella Niger. I'll give it to Bella Niger. They were the
No,
king of upload.
Bella was mad. Bella
Who
was
can
mad.
own the quality? Bella, the picture is
Bella
like
quality,
it's like you're on the red carpet with them,
and branded photos, oh, branded
and
Bella
the
Ninja
Bella
photos,
Niger logo
everything.
will just be
In
there.
fact, we used to use Bella Ninja's photo in stories. We used
Yes,
to download it and use it to write stories. I swear.
Bro, I should
And
be, I should be Bella.
di-
Come on.
they had access to like direct events. I remember LD's 10th year anniversary. I remember seeing that event on Bella Ninja. I'm like, everybody attended, Don Jazz, everybody,
yeah,
Banky, you
yeah.
know. Yeah, man. Bella Ninja try, I not gonna lie you.
These are the good old days.
Good old days, man. Ayo, you remember that nice concert?
That me and you went to that P
Steve, I'm
Square
not
right
sure
there.
you attended that concert. That
The
concert
Basho
was
Rog,
packed.
the
Yeah,
Basho
were you
Rog,
there?
Abi, what is it?
Echo Hotel.
Yeah,
No, I
Bashorun.
traveled. I traveled. I traveled.
Oh,
It was December now. I traveled. I've gone
It's a
home.
classic.
But I knew you guys went to the event. I
dead
remember.
It's a
editor.
classic as
This
well.
dead
It's up
editor.
there with the Sounds of Pan. It's
Yeah.
up there. It's not the same level, but it's up
People
there.
people don't talk about that album. The collaborate,
Bashorun
the album where he,
and
yeah,
Versus.
people don't talk about it.
The
Yeah, Sam
Bashorunga
Vessels,
album, eh?
bro.
The Bashorunga
Album
album.
is
You know the
God.
album is better than his the third album. What's the name of the third album? Traditional, be?
Tradition.
The one after Gongwaso.
Yeah.
Bashorunga.
Tradition.
Bashorunga has this
Bashorunga.
song
Yes.
there now. Moon number. The queue is too long.
3310.
Oh. The
The
queue
record with
is
Tiwa
yeah.
Savage.
Oh bro, forget that
Yes.
one.
Oh man, that's what Savage record. Oh
Anytime
my
I talk about
god.
that record with T-Bills will tell me that he was telling I shoot the video for this damn song. This
Yeah.
song will take.
You know, at one
Oh
point,
my
Nice didn't care. Nice was just moving in. Nice was moving off. Like fuck it. If I have to do it, I'll do it.
Nice to
Yeah.
somebody that has dropped multiple bodies of work. Oh. I can't even
Yeah.
keep, I can't keep count with the amount of albums he's actually released. He's also done like a lot of albums. And
Like
at
play
some
like
point,
play.
like
This thing
yeah,
we're doing is entering 3 decades. Oh. By 2008, 2020, by 2028 to 2029, that's 30 years. Oh.
bro, the amount of records Nice has dropped is insane. Like albums. So he has certificates, right? Gongwaso, Tradition. Then he dropped Bashon and Versus.
Yeah.
Then he has those two albums that just were horrible. CNN and GRE.
No, we don't know what those ones
I
are.
remember I remember when Ayo reviewed those.
No, Osage Polish
Ayo,
Road down.
Ayo called me said, Osage.
That's
Because me,
when
I
he,
already heard the
I
album.
think that's when he lost his voice or something. That's when the quality of his voice dropped also. And I'm like, what the
See,
fuck is this?
the writing on those albums and the singing, everything on those albums. You know what shocked Ayo and I? What shocked us was that you dropped two bodies of work at the same time, a double album,
I
and this is
swear.
his
The same
second
time.
double album.
Album. So
Album.
what happened?
Yeah.
Nice's work ethic is insane. After dropping Basharuga and Versus, in terms of album covers, Versus is also a classic.
Oh yeah,
Versus is the
when
one
we
that
was
has him
grabbing
in the
him.
middle, then Mode 9, MI, Banky, everybody's grabbing him. That's a classic album, right? Like dope. So he drops that, then drops CNN and GRE, the 2014 albums. And my brother, these albums are these albums are bad. And I just called me and said, Sagi, I don't know. Like I say, I know what you're talking about. I've listened to it. Because before I send the album to Ayo to listen, I will listen to the album. I say, Ayo, we need a review. Oh my god. Then he goes on to start dropping, like he drops the 2016 album, ID Kabasa. This is when he links up back with ID Kabasa. Then he drops Fear of God, Goats, Tip of the Iceberg. Like he just starts dropping.
He
He starts
drops
behaving like a Fuji artist. And just starts dropping.
at this point. His
Chris
latest
Brown.
one is what's it called now?
Guys.
Lord of Ajasa.
Lord of Ajasa. That's the
That's his,
name of the album.
that's
So
not
he's
his
just,
latest album. Lord of Ajasa.
yeah, that's and Lord of Ajasa is on the cover.
And the proceeds will go to Lord of Ajasa actually.
Just to talk
All
about
right.
album titles, one more testing that we missed, right? Which I think we should talk about is actually Lord of Ajasa.
Oh, he has some good
Lord of
ones.
Ajasa's first album title is It's Too Much. That's the name of the album title. It's
Yeah.
Too Much. Second album title, which is my favorite Lord of Ajasa album, is Second Turning by the Right, which I think is an amazing album title. The third one is Third Avenue, which I think is like everything is there's some storytelling behind it. Anyways, I think we've done so much music and we need to keep it moving.
Yeah.
Let's keep it moving. Yeah.
Maybe what are we doing another segment or just farm mill straight or what
I think we should just
what
go
do you
to Farm
suggest?
Mill.
Let's go to Farm Mill.
Let's do farm mill. So that we'll leave other ones for next week.
Yeah, let's go to Farm Mill straight. All right, on Farm Mill, we got some Farm Mill. Are you guys excited? Some really interesting Farm Mill this week.
Yeah, shoot now.
This is from Kende.
Bachelor and Roll, guy. Sorry.
Yes, from Kende. Ty's brother. How's everyone doing? I want to appreciate you guys for all you do. I want to believe we the listeners are becoming better human beings from the life advice and lessons we all share. So let me state some things I have observed. Most of the time when you are talking about financial investment, you guys always talk about crypto, FX, and storing foreign foreign stocks. I think you should encourage people to invest in Niger stocks, which is more affordable to majority of the listeners. A lot of people cashed out in December and are still cashing out as at when I am writing this mail. Shall I quickly respond to this before we go into like
Of
the
course, please,
second and
Yeah.
third point?
please respond.
Okay, first of all, we do not give advice on this podcast.
Thank you. First of all,
You understand? We do not give any financial advice. That if this is a disclaimer, we discuss
yeah,
about finances and we discuss about
our own
investment,
experience.
but we are not
Yes,
giving any financial advice, right?
I
That
beg,
is
bro.
very important for us to state. And we have never given financial advice.
And
We
if I
just
had
discuss.
invested in Nigerian stock and I cashed out, I would have come here to say it also. That won't be me giving you any financial advice. I've
It's
not
just you
just done it.
stating what you've done,
Exactly.
right? Personally, if you're telling me about Niger stocks, I think Kende has a point in where he says people are cashing out. People are indeed cashing out. Here's the thing, though, Kende, and you have to put this in context. A lot of people are not day traders. A lot of people are long-term investors. I'm not a day trader. Steve is a day trader. Steve is behind his laptop looking and has alerts. If this thing reach one thing, sell out. If this thing buy, you understand? Steve is entering and exiting as the chart is going boom, boom, boom. I am more of a long term. I want to buy stocks for the next 20 years. And if the Apple stocks is coming down this month or drops by 20% or 30%, I really don't care. I'm just buying stocks every month, and that's my own business. It's almost like dollar cost averaging, but this is just on a monthly basis because I know over the period of 10 years, the stocks, whether it came down or went up, is going to, the trend you would see is that it's scaling upwards. So why would someone like me not buy Nigerian stocks at the moment? It is very simple. I am keeping the money in a currency I do not trust.
Yeah.
Right. So even if you say you bought stocks 100,000 naira, right? In a stock, or maybe it was even like an ETF, and you made 50% of the stock, so you made like 150K in space of 1 month. I think that's amazing. I think that's actually smart. The problem is you made it in a currency that is being devalued as we speak. We just talked about, it's
In
like
real
you're getting
time.
lifestyle alerts, right? And so you've made all this money, but then you then convert it to a currency that you are trying to match with, and then you see that you've not made much because even though you made money from the stock trade, the value of the money is still not where it is. And so a lot of people who are regular like us, we don't do those day trading. But if you are doing day trading where you're selling, buying, boom, 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 I think it's quite interesting for you to do that. You can actually do that to hedge against inflation. Steve, what do you think?
Yeah, and yeah, you're right. You're right. What you said. I also think that you know it's one thing I tell people about investing and stuff like that is you just have to really know what you are doing. Like, for example, we're having a conversation on Saturday with some friends, and someone asked a question about, oh, how do I start doing this? What do I do? Someone has said, I can't tell you what to do. You have to really go into this thing first before you start. You realize yourself what to do and what not to do. You get so yeah. We don't give financial advice here, please, and that would be very very wrong of us to do because we're not really that.
We're not experts. We're just
We're not
discussing
experts.
our experiences. And we just talked about it now, like Steve's experience, or like how Steve moves in the financial space is quite different from how I move, right? Steve does
Yeah,
day
yeah.
trading. I don't do trading. I probably do something like crypto went up to 48,000. I didn't sell.
Me, I sold.
You understand? Once they announced the Bitcoin ETF, it went to 48. Look at me, I was doing the screenshot and sending the screenshot. I'm like, oh my,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I was waiting for 60K. Do you
Yeah,
understand? That's my own threshold. That's when I'm going to sell when it gets to
exactly. That's what
50,000.
you're going to sell. Yeah.
I was seeing the money and I could have cashed out and the money was plenty. But I'm like,
Yes,
no,
no.
Hold
I'm going
it.
to because I met, I've been at my lowest when Bitcoin is 13,000. And when
Exactly.
it gets to 48, it's a nice sale because I could have
Yeah.
sold at 48 and it
And get
went
more
down
money.
to a
I'm going to buy
41 and I could have,
again.
but
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
a
buying
long
more.
term
That's you.
bros.
Exactly.
You understand? Now, guess what? Guess
Yeah.
what? If I didn't have, maybe I didn't have emergency funds and I was looking to start to put together my emergency fund again. If it got to
Exactly.
48, I might have sold,
Yourself. Yeah.
and when it went down to 41,000, entered again, and that profit, I'll just take it and put it in my emergency fund. And I know that,
Yeah.
okay, I have some emergency fund. Maybe I use, or maybe I want to buy a car, or maybe I want to
Yeah,
buy something. Do you
exactly.
understand?
Exactly.
So it
Yeah.
depends on where you are financially and what your goals are. And that's why it's very
True.
important to plan. And when you plan, you say, okay, I have to have an emergency fund. I have to have money I'm preparing for like investment, maybe if it's school, whatever, whatever. And those are the things you then look at. Those are the things that then inform your own decision, right?
True. True. True.
Please, if you really want to learn about investment, start for those listening that don't have an idea or want to start from the basics. Go to Coursera, go to Udemy. Just start from the basics.
YouTube, YouTube, or any platform that you are going to do, they have the tutorial. Like if you are, for example, you are into crypto, you want to start doing Binance. Binance has an academy. If you are an
Yes.
online trader, SNS has an academy. All of them, they have their own tutorial and blog where you can learn stuff and just put in hours into it and you understand what you do.
Absolutely, absolutely. Binance has an academy. I started it, and you can then read and just understand the basics. There's an app on, and I think it's on Android and iPhone. It's called Investmates, right? You can really start to learn about investing there. It's brilliant app, oh,
Sure.
and you take bite-sized information. It's called Investmates, and you can just start, and it starts teaching you about, investing, and you can go from. It asks you, are you new to trading? If you say yes, and it just starts from there, and then it educates you on everything you need to know about,
You need to know about it.
selling, what a
Awesome.
liability is, what an investment is, etc, etc. So I hope that answers the question and gives more detail. Okay, his second point is for a podcast that majority of the hosts are built on hip hop. I find it surprising that an artist like Vector will have huge hip hop show in January 2, and for 2 episodes isn't talked about. Ayo, our resident Nigerian music expert,
Talk to
did you
Ayo.
attend?
They
But
didn't
Ayo
give
said
me.
for
Obviously,
hip hop.
Ayo will not talk about it because it does not say hip hop again.
Yeah,
That's
because
that's
Ayo
They
said
didn't.
for
bro.
hip
They
hop.
didn't give me.
That's the
They
problem.
didn't give me invites now. Well, let's go to an event. They didn't give me invites. So at least I don't try for this industry. Say if you
Don't try.
know,
Ayo don't try.
so I can't keep
Ayo don't
myself.
try.
But I know that Vector
Ayo
had
don't try.
there was a rap event and shout out to them. Shout out to them.
Vector, please give Ayo an
Charlie
event
Poppy
now.
also had a.
Advice like
You
if
should
they
have
to
said
collect
it.
person babe for events,
The only,
you go collect them.
also, my guy, Charlie Poppy also had an event. You did not mention that. Odumodu Black had an event. So let's the rap team be 360. I know where you are going, but let the rap team be 360. Thank you very much.
All right, shout out to Vector. I saw clips from the event. Iblis was there. Dan Dizzy, I love the crowd work Dan Dizzy did that day. I saw
Canada,
some really nice
Canada,
footage.
Canada.
Yeah, shout out to Magneto as well. Then it says to the listeners, please let's work on most of the financial advice these men give. Hey, Kende, what is this problem now,
Coin
Kende?
day, coin day. It's not
Eh?
again. Coin day, coin day.
It says no amount is too small. I know of someone that built his stock portfolio into the millions by investing 2,000 every 2 days. All right, Kende. Kende is passionate about people reaching financial freedom. I think that's amazing, right? Shout out to Kende. So please, if you're really passionate about, you know what they say now, you can't save your way into financial freedom. Except maybe you are being paid, you
15
know,
million.
your payout is like $1 million every year, but like you can't save your way into financial freedom. It's mostly through investments. But yeah, he ends it by saying, God bless us all. God bless you too, my brother. This is from Anonymous. I hope you guys are doing great. The year is off to a great start. Hopefully, when it gets low, it doesn't get too low and we can get back up. That's the most important part. I like that. This person is a realist. I'm writing for the
Yeah.
first time. Applause. I'm chuckling as I write this. I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but when I hear Odumodu's songs, they remind me of some hit tracks we used to hear growing up in PH City. Songs like Dog Eat Dog, Santino's verse, my God, Kubolo, and Hammer Time bring memories of listening to Frank De Niro, Sky B on my Discman. Anyone? Odumodu is goated. I also remember the
I
first
agree.
time I heard MI's Safe on Nigezie or one of those late night music shows. I was sold. I went on to love every form of rhyme or wordplay, whether on songs, written word, or spoken word poetry. I write poems myself as a hobby. Anyway, this is just an observation, throwback email. Thanks for spending your time with your listeners. I see what he says with Odumodu's music. I think PH, there's a there's a generation. See, man, there's a generation of PH, artists. Frank De Niro, all the what's their name again? M Trio. What's the name of M Trio's group? It was in a group before
Yeah, I know. I can't
Specimen
just
A.
remember.
You know, Lyrical, Double K. Uh, no, too many artists came out from PH, right? And I see what you say. You know, when you hear records like Frank De Niro's Kalangolo, remember that record?
Yeah,
Everybody Kalangolo.
Langolo.
If not bend, you go bend. If you know, and records like that. I see the similarity in what you're saying, and yeah, it's goated. I love that kind of music. All right, this is from Mayo. Mayo says, "Greetings, guys. Osage alaye to shegogo. ALT to Daddy OG Baba Hafusa himself, and my fave, Big Steve himself. That's what they're calling you now, Big Steve. And he wrote it in all caps too, Big Steve.
Where did they receive am?
Happy New Year, guys.
This year.
Even though it's far due, I watched the trailer of the new movie, The Book of Clarence, and one thing I would say is Jay Z doesn't miss. I hope this movie is great. I also am happy to hear Jesu is on the soundtrack album. And
Mm-mm,
if someone
mm-mm,
told me it was an
mm-mm.
Adekunle Gold song, I wouldn't believe it. Doja Cat blew my mind too. I didn't listen to her last album, so I was surprised. You should listen to the
That
album,
album is
Scarlet. It's a
nice.
good album. Nice. This took me down the rabbit hole of Nigerian soundtrack albums. I know we have a few, but I don't know them that well because I don't watch, and often I don't hear awards recognizing them. But I'll forever love the OG Nigerian soundtrack album, O Sophia in London. I loved it when I was young. Can you guys give me your top five soundtracks, albums of all time? My list would be The Harder They Fall, Jesus and the Black Messiah, Black Panther, August Rush, and the James Bond theme songs. All right, if you can't give top five, I mean I can give top two, sha.
Which one and which one?
I can do top three.
I don't
I
know.
can give
American Gangster wasn't really the soundtrack of the album of the
no, it
movie.
isn't.
Then it
There's
was
actually a
really
soundtrack album. Which is entirely different.
Yeah, that's an
for American
album.
Gangster.
Yep.
American Gangster was the
It
That's
has
what I'm
its
album
saying. An
own.
album made of
was inspired
yeah,
of the movie.
inspired of the album, but yeah, that's the yeah, that's true, that's true. So
Yeah. Well, that's one you pick, right?
yes,
Okay. Any other ones, Steve?
um, I can't remember, I'm really, really very, very tired, so I'm not thinking very well.
Okay. And you're hungry.
I'm very, very hungry.
All right. Aya, what about you?
Um, I'm looking forward up. The Harder They Come, which is the 1970,
The harder
1970.
they fall.
No, there's The Harder They Come. That is
Okay.
that was the 1972 Jamaican crime film that introduced reggae music to the world. It starred
Wow.
Jimmy Cliff. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. Listen, he's a singer, but he also acted in the movie. Also, if you can get your hands
Mm-hmm.
on that movie and also the album, it will do you a whole world of good. Yeah.
Omo, Ayo went give us a badass
Omo.
We have to go
Ah,
The guy
deep.
went back.
I can't
He
give
went
you.
back
I can't give you.
over Sabi.
I can't give you something surface.
wow.
Come on, come
Now
on.
what for you, Ayo? Now what for
Over
you?
Sabi. Over Sabi.
Anyways, I think I have a couple, right? I have a couple. But I there's no how I won't mention this one because it basically was the soundtrack to. I bumped this shit like mad when I was, when it dropped. 8 Mile music from and inspired by the motion picture, right? You have to mention that album. The album had Eminem, 50 Cent, Obi Trice, D12,
Jay-Z,
Jay Z,
Nas,
Nas, Macy Gray, Exhibit, Rakim, right? And he had some classic records like Wangstar. Wangstar
yeah.
was here before he made it to Get Rid or Die Trying.
Yeah, that's
Remember,
what Rockstar
Eight
was
Mile
before.
dropped.
Yeah.
Yes, 8 Mile dropped before Get Rid or Die Trying. It dropped in 2012, October 2012. He had Lose
2012.
Yourself, classic.
Wait. Are you
Yeah,
sure you're getting the date?
sorry, 2002. Sorry, sorry, 2002. The movie dropped in 2002. The album dropped in 2002. He has a classic "Lose Yourself," which my kids listen to every morning before they are going to school, and they rap it.
Yeah.
Dun, dun,
Lose
dun,
Yourself was
dun,
the
dun,
first.
dun, dun, dun.
Lose Yourself was the first lyric I printed from the internet in that era. Like I went to the internet and said I want to print, and I printed the lyrics and I took it back home and I read the lyrics and understood it. So one day the kids were singing it and they were, the song was starting dun 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 dun, dun and I just started knees are weak, arms with arms, the sweat, it's vomit on the sweater already, mom. So I was rapping along because it's been stuck in my head and they were all looking at me like, how do I know this song? And I'm just looking
I
at,
don't know this.
see, when kids just make you like feel like old or like you're useless because you shouldn't
You
know
know
all
why?
those things.
The time they knew you, they knew you as an adult. They didn't know you as your younger self. They've always known you as daddy
Mhm.
and that is old. So when you are young, it's like meat to them. They can't relate to when you were young. Like,
I could see the surprise on my kid's eyes, and he was just like, "Whoa!" And Eminem is rapping fast, and I'm picking it. Whole crowd goes so loud, it's choking now. Oh, back to reality. Oh, there
oh, they
goes
just
gravity.
gravity.
Oh,
Oh,
you know. And I'm rapping the whole thing, and they're just like, "Damn!" All right, he has the record, "Love Me." I'm gonna make you love me for the rest of my life.
life.
Right?
I
Where 50
wanna
Cent goes
hold
in on
you. Oh God.
yeah. Where 50 Cent goes in on Lil Kim goes in on
I
everybody. 50
shout
Cent was a
everybody.
menace.
Yeah, yeah.
50 Cent was a menace on this record.
Let me update my own.
Nah.
Bad
Okay.
Boys 2 soundtrack.
Bad Boys 2 soundtrack was on my list, but you've taken it.
Yeah.
That's totally fine. Bad Boys 2 soundtrack
Soundtrack.
has
Shake your tail
La La
feather.
La.
Yeah.
Right, has Shake Your Filter, then Shake Your Tail Feather, has Jay-Z's La La La, excuse me, remix, has the record with Diddy and Fat Joe. Girl, I wanna be,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, my life, cause I'm a bad boy, produced by Cool and Dre. Yeah, like this 8 month soundtrack has 50 Cent. I got places to go. I wanna visit the beat, bro. It has Nazis, You Wanna Be Me. It has Jay-Z and Freeway, 8 Mile Running.
Running on the
It's an
thing,
amazing soundtrack.
running. Yeah.
Critical commercial. Now, what I'm fascinated and that is mind blowing about this was back then when soundtracks used to sell like albums.
Yes, no.
This album did 702,000 copies in its first week.
That's sure.
702,000 copies in its first week, and then went on to sell 11 million copies worldwide.
That's
11
Eminem.
million, guys.
Peak of his powers.
This is diamond. 11 million. Like, this is insane. And then you can start to think about all the money, like the money all the artists made from this
Made from
album,
the
and all that. So this is definitely one of my pick. I think my second is The Bodyguard, Whitney Houston,
Ooh.
that produced
yeah, that's
that
another
produced
good
The
one.
Bodyguard,
Baby girl for
classic
life.
record that we know,
Yep.
right? I'm always going to love you, or whatever the name of that song is. That one too went on to sell like maybe 10 million, 8 to 10 million
Tell me,
copies.
Whitney Houston's career, she was always singing soundtracks and she was going to number one. She would sing
Yeah, she
soundtrack
had The
of the movie
Preacher's
she
Wife.
acted in and she'll go to
Yeah,
number one.
and she was number one. The Preacher's Wife too is
Waiting to
another.
exhale. Waiting to exhale. The same thing. Woo.
Oh God, she was Whitney Houston was a menace.
It was mad. I lie.
You know, I think those are like the soundtracks. There's Deep Cover, the Lawrence Fishburne movie.
Mm-hmm.
That I think the single was Dre and Snoop or so. There's one record like that.
187.
Yeah, yeah. Deep Cover. There's some really good soundtracks. In terms of Nigeria, I really was hoping there would be a King of Boys soundtrack. I think it would have been amazing just because they had two rappers in the movies,
Yeah.
Iblis and Reminisce. I thought there would be like a King of Boys, and I think it would have. Just imagine if they gave Reminisce or Iblis like the creative license to do an album. I think that would have been amazing as well. But hey, man, let's just keep it moving. All right, let's keep it moving. This is from AA. Hi, AOT2 Osags and the lead researcher. It's funny how you've been a close friend of mine even without knowing me. My agony. I wanted to leave IKD. I believe it means Ikorodu, right?
Now, wow. Just type
Yeah, maybe
Ikorodu. Which one
IKD.
be IKD? When
I,
did Ikorodu start having funky name? Ikorodu is Ikorodu. Oh,
IKD. Homeboy says IKD. So I want to leave IKD and just go somewhere else to start my life. I'm 25 from a polygamous family, finished secondary school since 2014, struggling to gain admission, but no help. My father is a teacher, told me when I finally got admitted to Yaba Tech last year that I am on my own. When I visited him last November to retrieve my documents, I quit my 30K. He told me I was on my own when I visited him last November to retrieve my documents. I quit my 30K security job to go for my exam, which is an online distance flexible learning exam. So I only spent 5 weeks in school. I have the freedom to work. I'm unable to pay my fee. So now I'm not enrolled on the LMS for the second semester. There is no opportunity in IKD. So I wanted to act like Dari, pray for me, like leave where he is and go somewhere else. I applied for different jobs online. I am a mass communication student. I can host and I can manage a WordPress website, graphics designs, and more. No offer for me. I don't have friends. I just want to survive. I need help on best places to move to for opportunities and how to navigate life. Thanks. Sorry for the long message. It's not a long message. Um, wow. What kind of advice do we give this gentleman?
I don't know, bro.
The funny thing is that I've been in this man's shoes, like almost ex- the same thing. You are at rock bottom, you don't have money, there's no help coming from anywhere.
Yeah.
You just have to grind. You're also living in an area where you don't see opportunities, and everything around
Yeah.
you isn't showing you opportunities. And I think that's the most important thing. So, if you want to live where you are because there are no opportunities around you and you don't have any shared interest with people around you, right? That was the danger for me. I wake up every day, I come outside my house, I look around, and I don't see anybody thinking like me. Like what they were, bro. I had people who were finishing secondary school and who went to public school, and those are the people like there were private and public schools in my area, right? So private guys will go on to uni, the public guys will go on to open barber shops. Either you want to be a mechanic or you go and open a barber shop or whatever. Like it was regular. And then the private guys who went to private school will go and do uni. Some who can't even afford uni, so they open a shop. Like,
Yeah.
and then you're thinking, right? Like, okay, how do I think beyond this? How do I start to think differently? And I think the first move you're making, leaving that area, going to somewhere where you have, bro, I will wake up every day. You know what I was doing? I just wake up every day and go to Ikeja
Why?
because I had to, and this was like post uni, right? I had to leave the area because the energy and the people that were I
It wasn't
felt
right
should
for
be,
you.
it wasn't. So
Yeah.
I'll go to the estate. There was like a place called Abeson Estate. I'll go there and chill with the guys there. There was a studio there, and I started to drag those guys outside as well. And you know what we started to see? We started to see opportunities
Yeah.
because we always went out. So there was a studio I used to go to on Allen, right? There was this very nice man, Mr. Shola. Wherever he is, God bless that man. He had an artist that was working with him. The guy came from the north. I used to be in the studio every day. Then I started helping him out in the studio. And one day the guy called me and said, I know you are going through a lot. I can see it. But whatever you're doing, just keep working hard. Your breakthrough will come. Like the guy knew I was going through it. Bro, I walked from Allen to Keja bus stop, take the
Yeah.
next
Before you enter the bus.
take the next Molue or whatever, right? It's back
So
to
yeah.
Ipaja and all that. And every day I'll wake up in the morning and I'll tell my brother, I'm getting out of this place. And that's how I started to see some of those opportunities. Where did I get my first job? I used to go to Allen every day. Where did I get my first job? Down the road,
Well
baby.
then. Yeah.
It's energy, my brothers.
It's energy.
My sisters,
It's
it's
energy.
energy. Doing the same thing every day and not getting and not and expecting a different result is madness.
Yup.
So
Yeah.
young man, if you feel like you don't see any opportunity in IKD,
You have to
get out.
you have to go. You have to go find your tribe elsewhere. You know?
Get out. And guess what?
Yeah.
You go and pet somewhere. You don't have a place to stay. Perch there. Get out. Meet people with opportunities. Be
Yeah.
useful. One day, one guy will say, you did do this thing now. Come, come, come. Yeah, do this one. From there, okay, bro, that's where I started working. I said, I was working with that guy. I was a recording engineer before. Okay, this other guy is not around. Let me take vocals. I started taking vocals at the studio. Some guys will come and do some voiceover jobs. I did work it out. I started becoming useful. I was a computer geek. Oh, the computer is down. Oh, the software. Don't worry. I'll run to Computer Village, get the crack version, install it again, set it up. I started becoming useful to people. And because I was becoming useful to people, they were opportunities started to come. Don't get it wrong, my brother. You are going to grind. You are going to grind. I started working at the cyber cafe. My salary was 10,000 naira a month. This is 2010. No jokes. Like I was assistant, that was my job. I was handling the cafe. But you know what came with handling the cyber cafe? Access to the
Unlimited
internet.
time on the internet.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Do you know what I used to do? It was a shop, 2 rooms. So you had the first place where you had like the system and everything, where I'll issue tickets, I'll print the tickets, issue the tickets. You had another place where you had like all the computers. Then you had a store that, was like the Oga's office where you had like a table and all that. Do you know what I used to do at times? I didn't go home. I'll lock myself into in the store. The internet was there. It was wasting. We used to pay IPNX every month. Bro, I had my hard disk. What I need to download, I'll download. What I need to do, I started researching. 2010 is when Linda Cage's blog started taking off. I said,
Yeah.
I need to open my own blog now. Rhymesville. Open my own blog, rhymesville.blogspot.com. Because I started sending my music to Not Just Okay. Shout out to Ovi and Demola, great guys, my people. They weren't posting my shit. And I'm like, how do I get my own stuff out? Let me open my own blog now. Because Linda back then used to be very personal with her stories. Remember now? Before she
Yeah.
started doing like culture, she used to talk about herself. Oh, her dad don't let her take Coke. Coca-Cola, please. etc, etc. So I opened my own blog up and I put it out there. I started making a lot of noise on social media. People started sending their stuff to me. I started putting out news content, right? And I started charging. Oh, 5K. Oh, 10K. People give me money. Oh, and that became a source of revenue for me. And that's where I built this blogging ability. Guess what? Nets were looking for a content uploader because their chief correspondent was moving to Abuja. The chief correspondent called a guy called Ayomide Tayo. Oh, do you know anybody that does blogging and has the experience? I said, yeah, I know one guy. His name is Osagie. Ayo hits me up in the DM, Twitter DM. How far? This role deal, you go run him. I said, yes. He said, no worry. Chagozin will call you. The chairman, shout out to him.
The
And he called
chairman.
me
That was
and
when
I
you used to call. That was when you used to call us. Now you know they call us again.
shout out to the
Now I don't
chairman.
bonus this life. Eh?
You know, and they set up the meeting. I had the meeting with ATG, and boom, my career in journalism started. You have to
Oh
put
yeah,
in the
Asagi,
work.
I just remember that when I came to net, I came as an uploader. Do you remember?
You came
Now
as a
so
content uploader.
they go use it.
That's what I applied. That's what I applied for, but you didn't know me. So let me put it like this: I applied for it, right? You
Yeah.
didn't know. You didn't know that. Like from the application, I'm not sure you went through all the names of the of the applicants, right? To see who applied and who didn't apply. But at the same time, you were talking to me about coming to net, right? To say,
Yeah.
you know what, even right now we don't even have an uploader. We're looking for an uploader right now, but you can come in, but because you write also, which is an added advantage, you can also start reporting. And that's how I came in.
Wow. I have no recollection
Yeah.
of this.
But I originally applied for the uploader because when you guys published that the vacancy, I applied for it. But you now told me to come in and do it. Then I'll also be writing. That's how I came in.
So
Yeah.
you're
Sorry.
basically saying you use the nepotism to enter.
All win away. All win away.
Guy, so apart from what
I'll fuck
Osagi has
with
said,
you.
Osagi has so many gems here, right? You need to look for your tribe. You have to like look for people who think like you. There's a lot of work. There's a lot of work. It's not going to be easy. There's a lot of work, but you have to commit to it. It's the journey. It's interesting.
Yeah.
You have to like enjoy it. Two, write a list of some places you want to work, not like somewhere you know that when you go there you will be able to learn. Because listen, not going to university at this time in your life is not a drawback. It's nothing. You have a skill already. You say you're a designer, you're a graphic designer, right, Abi? Yeah, you have a skill already. So look for where you can learn, you can leverage these skills to get something to doing. Write to them and tell them you want to be an intern, that you want to learn. Explain your situation. You have this skill, but you want to learn, and you feel this is the right environment for you to learn. And if you reach out to 20 companies, one of them might click. Do you understand? Make moves, just do anything, bro. You're 25, fuck it. You understand?
Get
Nothing
ready
will
to
happen. Just
serve.
do one.
Get
Yeah,
ready to
you know,
Yes,
serve.
serve.
you
Oh.
have to serve. Get ready to
No be
serve,
say
stuff
yeah.
like that.
Get
Just do
ready to
it.
offer
But at the
yourself.
end of the day, living in Ikorodu is also something very important to you. I understand it. You have to leave. So if you're going to do a Osagi's pattern where you go out every day, every morning, and come back in the evening, it's fine for a start. If you
Yeah.
have somewhere to perch around, around the Keja or somewhere, better, even better for you. Just make that move. Osage sent something to the group one day about, people who leave, like there's something about people who leave their place where they were brought up. I don't know if you remember this. It was a graphic you sent. Like there's something about people who leave where they grew up or where they know to go to other places to try and make it. There's this resilience. There's something about them, right? So when you make that move, making that move alone shows the universe, shows like, that you are serious, that you are taking steps to helping yourself. And it's going to conspire for you and put you in the right places. Just do it. It's fine. You'll be fine, don't worry. And just remember that there's one day you're going to, remember your state right now and start laughing. And I use it as a point of reference to younger people too. So that's it, man. Nothing they happen. You are fine. Don't worry. You'll be good. All right?
Find people with similar stories that have turned out to be successful. Read their books, bro.
Yeah.
There's a book that I read that changed my mind. It, I couldn't believe that book would like re-engineer my mind. Like before I read that book, it was almost like there was a big block in front of me, and I couldn't see like my future.
Hmm.
And I read it, and it gave me so much clarity and focus because the person had gone through the same experience that I was experiencing, and it just gave me like a jolt, and I just became determined with what I was doing. So at times it might look bleak, my brother. It's a journey. Oh. It's a journey, and when you wake up, now your own morning. No, as in they take talk am. So
Yeah.
please. Shout out to you, and
Yeah.
I wish you the very best. All right, we're done with fan mail. We have an Ask the Giants. It says, "Hi, daddies." First of all,
Pause, man.
first
Pause.
of all,
Pause, man.
no. First of all, you can't be, you can't be.
You can't be doing that, fam.
Fine, I'm a daddy. Steve is a daddy.
No.
Are you a daddy? Well,
In what context? In what
uh-huh.
context? In
You
what
know,
Hey,
context?
Chris.
you have, you have. Ayo, tell me exactly. Tell me you've not had some babes that have called you daddy.
That's what I'm asking. In what context, sir?
That's crazy. So when the girl say daddy, you're always happy. You're shining your teeth like you're shining now.
I don't know. I'm celebrating. I don't know what you're talking about.
Anyways, a very big fan of the podcast here. I love what you guys are doing. Thank you very much. I'm thinking about not getting married, and I want to know how it is like, especially from AOT2. How it's like to be single, and do you recommend? Happy New Year. So
Is this
Ayo, tell us, being the
is this a
single
guy
is
or a
real.
babe? Is this a guy or a babe? Or the
If a
person
guy is calling me
indicate?
daddies, I'm going to feel very uncomfortable.
I'm double uncomfortable right now, man. Double uncomfortable. Shout out to the flag.
You understand?
Shout out to everything, but bruh.
So shout out to the flag.
Shout out to the flag, but bruh. Nah, man. It's all good. It's all good. I can't advise you because I don't know.
I think this is a lady.
Or is a lady. Then it's very hard for me to advise you because I don't know your what led you up to this to make that statement or your dating history or anything and different gender. But at the end of the day, if you have to weigh the pros and the cons and say what you're missing out and what you're not missing out on, and determine. I don't know why you say you want to live single. Maybe you've gotten enough breakfast and you decided that you should be alone. But I don't think it's really designed. Life is really designed for people to be alone at the end of the day. I think we just have different moments where we all meet somebody we want to settle down with. Maybe yours will be later. Some people know that some people know who they want to marry early on. I have friends that married 2 years after leaving university. Sharp, sharp. They already done their own. And there are people I saw an Instagram post yesterday. A woman got married at 47 or so, and she gave birth at 49 or something like that. So everybody's race is different. Too. As our parents say, don't use another person's watch to
To check your time.
check your own time. you have to know why you say you want to be single at the end of the day. But for me, I believe that everybody should have a partner with, because life is already as fucked up as it is. So you need somebody to hold your hand, and as life goes on, you have somebody to lean on. That's my own advice.
Great, great, great. Wise words from from the eagle, the single eagle. Wise words from the eagle. All right, guys. I think that's a wrap. We've given you guys
4 hours.
another,
It
yeah,
should be a wrap.
This 4 hours.
yeah, close. It's 3 hours.
Are you sure?
It's 3 hours, 3.5 hours.
Osagie.
Yeah,
Plus the first one, not this
The
one.
plus the
Plus
first
the one we
one.
recorded before the break.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Everything's like 3.5 hours.
Okay.
Wow.
3 hours and a
All
half
right.
hours plus. Yeah, and that's
That's
when
good.
we see, guys.
See,
We
people will
talk in
love
the group,
it.
but
People will love it too. Don't worry. When it
I
drops
know,
tomorrow.
man, and we're just having this. You know what happened? We lost it with music.
Yeah, music.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
problem is always music. Whenever we just enter music like this, boom,
The problem is always music.
it now becomes another
Yeah,
podcast.
I think the older we get, we're just going to always keep like talking and ranting.
If it's politics
you
now,
know,
we say what we want to say and leave because we're annoyed. Like,
keep
bro,
it moving.
and keep it moving.
Oh my goodness! All right, man, it's a good one. Always good having with chat with you guys. Steve, you can. What are you having for lunch, Steve?
I don't know. I think it's right. It has to be rice.
It's Sunday,
That's
Okay,
my
Nigeria.
Sunday
favorite
rice.
food
In Nigeria, it's after
Sunday
Sunday
rice.
afternoon. You know, it's proud.
now.
Is it jollof
It has
rice
to
or
be
white rice?
rice. I don't know. I actually don't know. Till
Or
I
is
leave
it
here.
stir fry? Is it stir fry?
More anything. I just the hungry.
Let's go do stir
I did
fry.
eat well
Let's go
yesterday.
do stir fry and
That's
rice.
why I'm hungry.
Blessing, what
Oshie.
you want to do, Abby?
No, let's go do with that too.
Fantastic.
Oshie.
Steve, remember the one portion rule in your house, so you have to pack it though.
More.
I don't understand. You have a
More.
one portion rule. See, Ayo,
More. We
it's
have.
crazy.
Wait,
It's
you have
crazy.
a
You
one
have a
portion
one
rule.
portion rule.
Ah,
Yeah, but the one portion rule
Yes.
is crazy because that one portion you can pack like 2 plates on it.
You can pack.
then they will update the law. That one portion should not
No,
exceed.
we use a plate. We use a particular plate where you can't pack more than the like. It's somehow like
You see,
the place
But,
can
but you
take more
but
than.
you can heap on top of how you can
You can't heap. That's the point. You go
Wait, is
pour.
life is
plate
hard. You
slanted,
work hard
you
for all
can't
this,
heap.
then you not say, no, no.
Yeah, it's good. We have to control ourselves. We're getting older now. It's harder to lose weight when you are older, so
Yeah, that one, this.
we'll have to watch it. Yeah,
All right, man. Shout out to
portion
the one
control. Is
portion.
good.
Yeah, shout out to the one portion tank. Oh my god. Naturally,
Yeah,
I
man.
thought wives want to like feed and overfeed their men, you know, which is what's happening, man.
Oh,
You gotta push it back. You gotta push it back. She just become those fat ass men you see at church that are not
I'm telling
smelling.
you.
I remember one day I went to church long time ago, right? Elevation. And we're like a bunch of men, like 3 or 4 of us, were coming in with the family and everything, and
Seasonally
all of
bad.
us just looked at ourselves, and we were just like soldiers of war that are going to, and everybody, we all just held ourselves like, yeah, man,
Yeah.
we all don't want to be
You
here,
know how
but
they
we're just here.
go.
All right, man. I'll catch you guys later.
Peace out.
Same. Peace.
Peace out.